going on, YouTube world? Michael, Steve, Vincenzo, at some point in the not too distant future. I'm Dave. IRP 207. One of our annual episodes, sort of intertwined with another. I don't know if it'll be annual or not, but as long as they've got the shop and he wants to come on here and chat about what's going to happen with their upcoming sales, we'll always welcome that, or always welcome him at any time on the show. RBICRU7 Ryan, he'll be on the usual about an hour from now, hour 15, after the kiddos are giving grandpa's cough medicine and put down for the night. So, but yeah, Thanksgiving episode. What we're thankful for, obviously, be a portion of the conversation that takes place, and then that. So, the rare time you actually know a show layout, which again doesn't mean we're gonna necessarily abide by the first part of it, but we usually do like to give the thanks thing, and it's not worth. Like I said, we're thankful for somebody giving us a deal on a card that we're going to sell in 6 months because something else came up. And something else meaning I could make more money off selling said card.
Yeah, that doesn't happen ever.
No. Still, I don't know how some specific people hornswoggle others into doing that and maintaining their, I won't say pristine reputation, but the squeaky clean, I'd say. But yeah, we got snow up here, ice. So I had to, yesterday, coming home from work, turn on one of the roads because I don't want to go down the main street because it's a big hill. And I'm like, I'll turn this way, fucking semi's right in the middle of the road. So I got to like duck into the parking lot of the laundromat. When whip a U in there, turn around. All of a sudden I start hearing like crunching noises. I'm like, oh man, there hasn't been a problem with the car in like 2 days. I mean, what do we have upon us today that obviously cannot wait? Looked underneath, I saw something there, and again, I didn't even think of what it could be. I just saw more problems. Get home, again, I got live on like a dual hill, and one goes down the driveway to the street, and the street comes down from the avenue. So I'm like, I gotta back up because I don't know what the weather's gonna be like. I do the what do you call it? The Austin Powers in the hallway, backing up, going like that. Get around and finally hear like a crack, and again, the sounds of goodness just are overwhelming. So then I like pop open the door and look back, and it's like the front left wheel well, the front right one's long expired. That thing. I took care of that about a year and a half ago after it was like rubbing. I'm like, you know what? I don't need that thing like flopping down like that on the tire. So the box cutter came out and we improvised that, and that's where that's at. And that thing just completely sheared off. So I'm like, okay, at least it's something that I hope didn't snag anything on the undercarriage and compromise the already fragile state of the car. So that's
like the loppy.
Probably the next purchase is going to be that. And my mom's like, "Oh yeah, you'll have to find something for like a couple thousand." I'm like, times like
10.
Somewhere it's gonna. Oh, so again, I want something now that's gonna be lasting through probably Naomi graduating at the very least. Something where I can travel many thousands of miles. So if there's one thing I love more than dealing with stupid parents at like in high school sports, it is driving.
What's that? I don't know what that is anymore.
You are lucky because that
My driving
you
consists
don't
of
have to drive all over creation. That's what you can be thankful for.
doctors, dentist, grocery store. That's pretty much it. The joys from working from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
I couldn't even tell you how much my car was when I got it. 18.
Yeah, mine was just under 19.
Yeah, 18 or 19. Financed it for 6 years just to keep the payments decent because I got mine in March of 2020, so right around the time in which just before shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
So I mean I was lucky from that standpoint, but even then interest rates were still higher and so on and so forth. So of course, you got to do what you got to do in order to keep the payments.
Yep. I financed
Minimal.
mine 6 years as well. And I got it in the end of June of 18 and paid it off this year.
remember what it was because you said it right away, and I'm like, because you right away were like,
Yeah.
I don't know how much you're gonna like what I got,
Yeah.
but due to the weather conditions down there when it gets squirrely, it's like that's gonna be something that's reliable and safe. And I said I don't disagree with it. If you had specific bumper stickers on there, I would not be afraid of peeing on your tire or something of that sort. But
Yeah.
I don't believe you're going to start wearing Patagonia and stuff of that ilk. So
No. And there's not a single bumper sticker anywhere on it. There has never been a bumper sticker on any car I've ever owned. I'm not that type. But I love that little car. I bought it. It had 45,000 miles on it, and it's just under 143,000 right now. So I've put 97,000 on it in 6 years, a little over 6 years.
Mine was just under 40, and I think I'm at like 57.
Yeah. Mine coincided with me moving from a 6-mile commute to a 45 miles a day commute.
Well,
Otherwise, I would have remained really low too.
well, again, I work from home, so
Yeah.
like, that does help. It was around the time in which they sent us home to start working from home because of COVID. So again, like the most amount of miles I've put on it was a trip to San Antonio to go visit and stay with my buddy, and then a trip to my aunt and uncle's ranch for his 80th birthday. So outside of that, again, it's the doctor, the dentist, the grocery store. Like the doctor and the dentist are the furthest things away from me.
Yeah. The furthest for me, I took mine to Chicago for national 1 year.
Joe, nobody here is going to be able to answer that question because, like as Michael said, he has no bumper stickers. I have none on my car. Yeah. I can't speak for Dave or Vinny.
I'm lucky to have a bumper in mine. The way things are going, so no, I think I got mine 3 years ago now. The thing was right when the store moved or finally opened, and I mean, paid $2,000 for it. 04 LeSabre, 76,000 miles. Now I'm at like 119.
It's lasted you. I mean,
So 43,000 miles in 3 years.
That's about average. I mean, they pretty much average 12 to 15 a year. Most people do.
yeah. And then there's me.
Well, actually, most people average 15,000. That's why warranties and leases are based off of 12,000.
Yeah.
Yes. Unless you buy up, like you increase your total miles per year. That costs you almost an arm and a leg.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, at the time I bought my car, though, there was no discussion about shutting the office down and working from home. So, decent gas mileage, so on and so forth type situation. That's kind of what I was going for. Lower amount of miles, because my car's a 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And again, it had just under 40,000 miles when I bought it. If I would have known that they were going to shut down the office and working from home, I would have fucking leased a damn car and saved even more money. Because I barely drive. But, for what my payments are and the fact that I'll own it when everything is said and done, I can't complain. And I need it to last even longer with everything else that's going on. And since we have a decent enough audience, before anybody asks, because I'm sure people have noticed, like, there's nothing behind me. Everybody on this panel here already knows, but I figured I'd share it with everybody else.
Steve
Just in the event that
Steve is selling out. Steve is selling out. Sorry.
no, I am not selling out. I probably should. The wife and I are separated, and we will be in the process of selling the house. So that's all the shit that kind of has been talked about, but not really talked about. It's been alluded to, and shit going on, using of those phrases and everything else. So now everybody knows. For anybody who cares, like, this is not something that happened overnight. It was stuff that had been brewing for some time. So all is good at the moment. I did pick the worst time, I think, to decide to quit smoking. So I am taking medication for that. I just started it on Saturday. And yes, I'm still allowed to smoke while taking it. It's a gradual process. But I've cut down ever since I started taking it compared to what I normally smoke. Now, podcast nights may be a different situation until I actually reach that quit date to where it's really going to be a hyper focus. Because the day after, I actually up my medication to twice a day instead of once a day. So with the fact of, selling the house and having to find a place to live and prices being stupid expensive here, not just for rental houses, but apartments, they're like stupid high because supply and demand. Got to find ways to cut expenses. Once we sell the house, we've been here long enough. There's enough equity where, shared debt will be paid off, which will be nice. We'll be able to split a significant amount of money and sock it back for a rainy day for future whatever. But got to find ways to cut expenses. And of course, it's all about getting healthy. So on a positive note, Dave and Vinny already know this. This was a proactive thing, was not a necessity. I have high cholesterol, so I've started taking medication for that. But love you too, better half. I didn't know she was here because she's probably just now finding out about it too, because I've told Vinny to keep it to himself. I went in for a CT scan of my heart. I have a history of heart disease. So it was one of those in which my cholesterol has been really high over the last few years. Starting medication, I wanted to play it safe and make sure that like I didn't have any shit going on. No, he won't. I told him not to say anything. So that's what friends do, and I can appreciate him unless he's lying. And he did say something recently. Good. But I went in for my CT scan and it came back perfect. No plaque buildup anywhere in any of my arteries in my heart. So that's a step in the right direction. Being on cholesterol medication, that should drop that. Me quitting smoking, that should help even better. So again, it's a revitalization of taking care of myself, because I have been neglecting myself over the last few years because I've focused on everybody else. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for empathy. It's just one of those in which shit happens and you move on. So now everybody knows. Don't ask questions because I'm going to tell you fuck off. Nobody needs details. You've got all the information I am willing to share to the mass audience. Until then, you at least know.
And knowing's half the battle.
That's what they say.
I was going to start singing Dionne Warwick, but
I'll take Vinny, but hate to break it to you, like I'm gonna smuggle C out of your house in the process. Just saying. No, everything will work itself out. I will come out of this stronger than I am now, and that's how it is. So, all is well in this world. Who knows? Me and the kiddo may end up north in Montana. That's where the kiddo wants to end up for whatever reason. Not sure why Montana, but okay.
It's for the warm winters.
Yeah.
It's definitely not for that because they hate the cold. So, like,
then that would be ill-advised.
Yeah.
well, they have a really close friend that lives up there, and I get it. But then again, minds change all the time. Why be technically closer to you and Dave?
Yeah, this is true.
Technically.
What do you
I think
mean by
it'd be
technically, Dave?
It'd be a more enjoyable and easier drive just going down 35 to basically your part of the world instead of dying through North Dakota, and how fun it is to look at flatlands for 5 hours. And
if it's during the winter, you can be the new Donner Party. Just quit halfway there.
somebody's going to have 2 or 3 Thanksgiving feasts if they find me frozen.
Again, it is what it is. Like, I'm open-minded to any possibility at this point. I mean, I still have my sister and mother-in-law and my niece and nephews here. My dad is still here, but like he doesn't know who I am, so like not much I can do from that standpoint. I've always had opportunities to relocate for work. Never did it because of family. Most of my family's gone, so like that's not really a reason anymore. So many options, many opportunities potentially at this point. Like to start off with, I'm hoping to stay within like a 30-mile radius of here, just because of like my neighbors. Like they've been extended family. So like I don't want to be super far from them, at least in the short term, because they mean too much to me. So yeah, that's what's going on.
And as much as we're good friends when we get together and we're there for a phone call away, it's once in a while nice to have somebody like, hey, you want to come over? Can I come over? Or they invite you over and say, what's going on? And shoot the shit.
Even if it's sitting there watching fucking TV and interjecting, some random conversation, bits and pieces here and there. Like I'm a social person, but I'm not. Like I'm perfectly happy with sitting around watching TV and doing nothing else. But on the flip side, it doesn't help. Like, let's face it.
Did something happen to Montana, Benny?
It's a quote for the Hunt for the Red October.
It's November, though.
Doesn't change the name of the submarine.
Jesus, Dave.
That's the one where John Cougar Mellencamp
And Boy George.
and Bruce Springsteen take a Russian submarine into American waters.
And find Boy George and George Michael and
Yeah, and Boy George and George Michael come back to hunt them.
I'm glad you added back to the end of that.
Hi.
Hi.
let's see.
You missed it. You missed the button.
No, he purposely probably did mute it.
No,
All right,
Matt.
children.
I love
Matt
you.
6 is up in.
I love you, Dave. I love you, Steve.
Love you too.
Up in where? Harv, Montana. So top right, I think. The state. And that's about the extent of.
It's the holiday. Like, she's got to be out of school right now.
Yeah, tomorrow, no school.
I don't go to school tomorrow.
So, like, why does she have to go to bed? Or are you just telling her to leave?
She has to go clean her room.
I finished it.
Don't you have
Better half? Better half? Can you verify that?
Yeah, confirm this.
Yes, your mother is in here. She's in the chat.
I know. Hi, Mom.
Oh, and speak of the devil, here comes Ed.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, Ed can sit there and comment, but
He costs too much money.
wow,
Oh, see, room is still a pig hole.
look at that.
That's so hard. No, it's not. No, it's not. The chest is clean. The floor is clean. That's a lie.
I want pictures. I want
Yeah.
proof.
It's all in the.
She shoved it all in the closet.
Yeah, I was gonna say she stuffed it all in the closet or under her bed.
I know that play.
I see. Love you.
Love you.
Bye, baby. It fell off. Brush your teeth. You've been eating too many Jolly Ranchers.
Ooh. That's something I haven't done. It's been a few weeks since I've had some ice cream. I need to treat myself to some ice cream. How long ago was that when I was eating peppermint ice cream at after hours?
You were enjoying yourself, I can tell you that.
It's been a few weeks.
And I'm like, what? Something was throwing me off. It's because Michael has no hat on. I'm like, keep looking down. I'm like, okay, down.
Well, I could technically go without a hat since my hair is still short.
Mine is
Yes.
not.
Yes, we know you have no hair, Vinny. Okay, you have some hair. Like
I have tons of hair from here to here. It's just in this general vicinity here. There is none.
You've got hair here, here, and here, but right about here,
I
that
have
doesn't
some
seem to
here.
be much.
I got some here. I got them in here and in here.
See, now we're going to the deeper end of the pool. Now, just stay right there and don't tell us anywhere else you've got hair.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Vinny, there is hymns, regrow your own hair.
Whatever. Piss on it.
Obviously, you don't care that much about losing your hair. Because if you did, maybe you would actually look for opportunities.
Nope.
We've already passed that better half. Like we've passed that conversation. We don't need to stop. It has already been stopped. So we know Vinny's not thankful for his hair.
I was thankful at a time because it was really nice.
Yeah, well.
But then I just, it was inevitable. It's like Thanos. It was inevitable.
Could it be marriage?
Dressers?
I say nothing.
Children?
Work?
Both?
All?
All of the above.
Yeah, all the above.
The reverse of Brewster's Millions. All of the above.
It's been a hot minute since I've seen that movie.
It was on the other day.
Was it really? Like TBS or TNT or something?
I don't even remember it was on. I just flipped it through the channels. I saw Brewster's Millions. I was like,
Well, hate to change the subject, but we will have Ryan here on in half an hour or so. So if we're going to talk about what we're thankful for, we may want to do that now. Just thought I'd throw it out there. And no, I'm not starting.
Well, geez, you change the subject, so I mean that would be a natural.
Yeah.
No. Anytime you do segues, you don't start. What the fuck?
I'm gonna say that's a lie.
No.
I can't ride a Segway. There's a weight limit.
Who said anything about riding a Segway?
I, myself, am thankful for this every week, whether it be a Tuesday or a Wednesday. I get to come hang out and shoot the shit with my friends. And I am thankful that I quit bowling to make that happen.
We are thankful you quit bowling too.
Yes.
I'm not thankful that you quit bowling if you still enjoyed it. But
I didn't.
See, then there's the thing.
Yeah.
He got to the point to where he was no longer enjoying it. That's which made the decision easier.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yep, it was late nights and early mornings on those bowling nights, and I got tired of it. And it, especially during the winter when it's cold, didn't want to do it.
I'll tell you, Saturday night till about 1 or 2 in the morning, that bowling alley about a mile down the road from my house, it is popping.
Yeah.
Popping. And it has what else was in there? Something else was used to be in there, and it's not there anymore. So the whole parking lot is consumed.
An
And we're
aquarium?
talking, huh?
An aquarium?
fucking so random, Dave.
Dave's in a mood tonight.
No,
You
I'm
think?
I'm tired. I'm tired of sin.
That's got to be it. He gets slap happy when he's tired.
Yeah.
Well, I've been waking up every morning at the same time,
Yeah.
and that's not an
That's
example.
how alarms work.
Yeah.
No alarm. No alarm. No alarm.
Yeah.
6:54.
Yeah.
I shit you not. Ever since I started taking that medication, Sunday, Monday, and this morning, 6:54. I shit you not.
Huh.
Now I've kind of stayed in bed for a little bit because I'm like, okay, my alarm clock doesn't go off until 7:45.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
eventually I do. Eventually I do. Like I don't stay there for very long because it's like, what's the point? But yeah, 6:54 on the fucking dot. I'm hoping that that's not going to be a consistent thing. Not that it's a bad thing, because I can get up, I can kind of wake up a little bit before I start my day. But yeah,
I am
6:54.
pulling into work at that time and making the miserable walk up the steps into the building.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
Welcome to the shit show.
I mean, in all practical purposes, if I was actually living by myself right now and chose to sleep in my birthday suit, I could technically roll out of bed and go walk my ass into wherever I need to and start working. I'm not required to go on. I'm not required to go on camera for meetings and anything else. So, like, they would never know. But my kid is here, so like, that's not going to happen.
You could at least dress in a toga.
No, I still, well, I can't say I always do. I used to dress as if I was going to the office. So our office was always business casual. So I would wear, like black dress pants and like a collared shirt. And I would even do that at home for, I want to say, for the first couple years when we were working from home. And then I said, fuck it. Like, shorts, jeans. If I wear a collared shirt, great. If I don't give a fuck. So, no, I am not large enough for a muumuu, but thanks for the suggestion there, Paul. So Michael said what he's thankful for. Anything else you want to add?
I am thankful that I had the ability to sell the collection I built for more than a decade to make my life easier, while still keeping everything I wanted to keep. And I still have a bunch that I just need to quit being lazy, box it up, send it off to consignment. and then they can just give me a check.
New AC in yet?
Oh yeah, the new HVAC everything got installed October 31st.
Okay, and I knew it was something like that, but I couldn't remember roughly when it was.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it right now. I can hear it running.
Yeah, it's a little too chilly to be running the air conditioner here.
Yeah, definitely not running the AC. No, the heat's running.
Well, I have the heat on, but it's not running.
I have mine set at 67 currently.
Well, my kid has a tendency to get very cold, so mine's sitting at 72.
That's too hot. I'll kill
But-
people if it's that warm.
But like I have the ceiling fan on. I sleep with the fan. And it's one of those in which even at 72, if it cuts on, it will only cut on pretty much like in the middle of the night, and it's not on for very long because
Yeah.
it's that efficient.
Yeah, mine ran right now for maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah, and that's the joys of having an efficient new HVAC, AC, and or furnace.
Yep.
It doesn't have to run very long in order to do what it needs to.
Nope.
Like I don't mind waking up in the house feeling like it's 69 degrees. My kid, on the other hand, not so much. So, and I don't suffer, so it's not one of those in which I'm sitting there going, this fucking sucks. Why am I doing this? I can't do this anymore. Sorry, kid. So it's still manageable. What's going on, Jeff?
I think mine's set at either 64 or 65, and even that's warm.
Not when it's 5 degrees outside.
Well, it's 13, but
Oof.
and I've got the fan and the ceiling fan blasting like all the time. I can't. I need cold, but I don't. If I get too cold, I got like one comforter that's warmish. It's a lighter one, and I like that. If it gets like really cold, I've got like it's not a weighted blanket. It's got the weight almost of a weighted blanket, like a thicker comforter, and I fucking like warm up within 10 minutes in that thing, and by the end of the night, that thing's shot off the bed. I can't. I'd rather be cold than warm
Yes.
Agreed.
every time. I mean, it just I can't. If I can't cool down, then we're in trouble.
My friend that I missed national for his wedding last year, he's now stationed in Alaska. And last Tuesday, he sent a picture. At 5:58 in the morning, it was 27 below zero. He's hating life right now.
Sounds like a standard day for Paul.
Right?
Yeah.
Negative 30.
That's a hard no.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody else, I sleep warm, so I have to have cool. Because there's times in which I've overheated, and when I overheat, I go into like a nasty fucking coughing fit where it's like I'm borderline choking. And it takes 10, 15 minutes to freaking cool down enough to where it's like, okay, that was fun. Now let me try and go back to sleep. So that doesn't happen often, but it's not pleasant. Anything else you're thankful for, Michael?
Plenty of stuff, but I'll let others go.
Vincenzo, your turn.
Pretty much the same thing as usual. My family, my friends who are my family. Happy to be working. Always happy to be working. That's the most, whether good, bad, or indifferent, working's working.
Yeah, it's nice to have a job.
Yes.
Helps pay for things.
Yes. Happy my grandkids, that's new in my life. And when I walked through the door, Axel's like, Pap. And he could say the word Pap. And I'm like thrilled with that. And then I look and Remy's looking at me and she's got a big smile on her face. So that makes me feel good that the old man's still worth something. I love his hobby. I love my other hobbies because I got back to them this year and started buying stuff that I like to putz around with. So that's been, man does not live by cards alone. And
Depends on who you talk to.
yeah, because some people would trade their dog for cards.
Yes.
And I would trade my wife for my dog.
It'd be close.
And she knows this.
Thankful I had my 2 dogs. I miss them. I actually miss all 4 of my dogs that passed away since I've been in Michigan. Really sucks. And I'm just happy. I went and saw my Taz, which is my oldest daughter's dog, and he's gray and white up in the face, and he just comes up and he's he's a pit bull. And he's the most loving thing you ever wanted to see. And he's like a giant burrito. And he just jumps on me, and I just sat there and I was petting him, and I'm like, he's the oldest now. So, and then Hale still has 2, and then I got Golly upstairs. So that's good. And I don't know. Happy for the idiots in the hobby. Gives us something to talk about.
When we hear about them.
Yeah, how do they say it? It provides good content for us.
Yeah.
Since we're the negative people of the bunch.
No, we're the
Realists?
Tell it like it is, people. We don't sugarcoat shit.
In the words of Biggie Smalls, I call it like I see it, G. And that's how I call it. Yeah. Every day is good. You never think in your late 40s you'd have 9 or 15 guys that you just talk to all the time and you shoot the shit and your buddies, and if they need anything, they're there, and if you need something, they're there. Wait a minute, strike that, reverse it. You know what I mean, as Bob Lewis would say. It's good, despite the fact that I'm on like kidney stone like 36 or something. Other than that, life's pretty decent.
Drink more water.
I drank 6 liters today.
Yeah, that's today. What'd you have yesterday and the day before and the day before that?
7, 6, and 7.
5309.
Okay, Jenny, chill your nuts.
They are. It's 64 in here.
Thank you. And everybody always has something to bitch about the hobby. I enjoy the shit out of this hobby. I really don't care what anybody says. No one's going to dictate how I feel or if I'm going to leave. There's some moments that I want to say, screw this, but I still haven't gotten there. There's like I said, yeah, we all have our moments, and hobby burnout's real. And some of the stuff that people come up with, and I'm like, it's like that meme with Mark Wahlberg, and he's standing there dumbfounded. And I'm like, did the words actually come out your mouth that way? Do you realize what you said? You might want to check yourself before you wreck yourself there, son. You're just dumb. And I'll call you out for it. Don't be dumb. And it's like, good Lord. I mean, lately I've seen stuff on Instagram that's hurt my head. And I'm like, yeah, I don't hate watch anymore because it's not worth my time.
Finally, after how long?
Oh, it's been a good year, almost. I haven't watched.
No.
I don't
I was referring to how long I kept
Yeah.
reiterating. Like, change the station. Like, you're getting pissed off over shit. Like, change the channel. Like, find something more constructive to do with your time.
There's way more constructive stuff to learn about. And as Paul would say, I'll go down a rabbit hole for 2 or 3 days and learn about something, and that's that.
I'd rather watch paint dry than like give my attention or focus on anybody that I could give two shits about their opinion.
Yeah. I don't care. It's like, if you, everybody calls themselves a hobby veteran, but you ain't been here 5 minutes. And just because you weren't on YouTube doesn't mean you weren't reading about stuff and thinking about stuff and knowing about stuff. So
Opinions are like assholes.
we all have them, and that's
Everybody
it.
has one.
And they all
And that's-
stink.
That's true too.
It's whatever. I don't know. I'm fine. I found a lot of good cards lately. I'm happy. I didn't get to go to Expo, but my buddy's employed, so I'd rather see that than go to Expo if it meant, other things better for the people's what matters. It doesn't matter. The cardboard comes and goes, whatever. But as long as everybody's pretty decent in life and everybody's doing okay, then what the heck do we have to worry about? I don't care if your collection has gone to shit. Whatever. Are you okay? I'll agree with that statement.
Long pause. Was that an actual legitimate question? Or was that a hypothetical there, Vinny?
I don't even know what I said.
Wow.
You got a cool Batman, by the way, Michael. That was
Thank
cool.
you.
I saw that. We were looking at them at the comic book shop. They have
Yeah.
a bunch of them, and they have a Snake Eyes. It's really cool with him and the Timberwolf, and he's jumping down with a sword. And C gets her little what are they?
Funko Pops.
No, she's pretty much. She'll pick him up every once in a while, but she's into these
Cabbage
statues
Patch
now.
Doll?
What, Dave?
Cabbage Patch Doll?
Yeah. My Little Pony. Apocalypse Pony.
The cup and ball thing. The cup and ball thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that statue came out in 2022, and I wasn't really messing with them back then. So I knew it existed, but I just didn't want to pay for what it cost on the aftermarket. And then all of a sudden, a couple weeks back, they restocked them on the website. I couldn't believe it. So I cashed in my credit card rewards dollars and bought it.
See,
And-
that's how to do things, man.
Yeah, and the spotlight actually does light up.
Oh,
The Batman beacon.
Yep.
Batman beacon. The bat signal.
Yep, bat signal. It lights up.
Yeah, I mean that I think they only want like $160 for that Snake Eyes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then they got the Ninja Turtles. They're only like $80.
Huh. And this is for the statues?
Yeah. Their prices in there are good. They have something real rare from Demon Slayer that C was looking at. And her wings, she has like butterfly wings. She's a samurai, but
Okay.
she has butterfly wings and they're cracked somewhere. And they were like, we'll give you 40% off, but it's like $280
Yeah.
because they only cast like 500 of them. So the other statues are all maybe about yay high,
Mm-hmm.
and those are ones she's collecting, and they're from Japan. So it's Demon Slayer. That's her big thing.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I don't pick up much DC stuff, but I love Zack Snyder's Batman, Ben Affleck, and the Snyder cut of Justice League. I loved it, and that's kind of what that's from. It's the Zack Snyder line. So I grabbed it. Otherwise, I typically just go for Marvel.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel, I watched Deadpool Wolverine today.
Any good?
Fucking funny as shit.
I've watched it like 5 times.
I don't laugh out loud at movies much. I found myself dying laughing throughout that movie.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Great action sequences though too. It's like,
yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yep.
Highly recommend it for anybody who enjoys
having fun. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah. Story. I mean, the story is pretty deep though too.
Yes and no, but yeah.
So not watching all like the previous Deadpools or some of the previous Wolverine, like there's everything kind of comes together. And if like you haven't watched every single fucking movie in the cinematic universe from point A to point whatever, you miss some of the context.
Yeah, they're a little bit.
So like, which is why I said that like the storyline is pretty deep in that sense, but there's reason for that because it coincides with all the other shit that's gone on in other movies previously. So, but it's fucking great. So anything else you'd like to add, Vinny, or you done? Finally. That was a question that requires an answer. You're on mute.
Anything else you want to add? Pepsi.
Yeah. Mountain Dew Voltage. It's tasty.
Yeah. As I told you to drink.
What's the sodium on that there, Kidney Stone?
I don't know, but it feels like a couple milligrams of a new one.
Yeah.
The pain doesn't even bother me anymore. The pain
at the moment.
That's terrifying.
It's
at
excruciating. I've become one with the pain. Like I figured out methods of dealing with the pain, and that's not the bad thing. It's when that thing's traveling through and it hits your bladder and you gotta use the restroom every friggin' 45 minutes an hour. And then you 99% of the time get a bladder and a urinary tract infection. This is what you learn on the IRP other than cars. And then
sucks getting old. So don't get old.
So you have that crap for like 2 months. And then finally, once you can function normally, it starts again. So it's like whatever. But
sucks to be you.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I'm like Michael Jackson said. I'm looking at the man in the mirror and I'm trying to change my ways. Shimon.
So I'm thankful for Vinny's kidney stones because he brings them on himself because he doesn't drink enough water.
Probably.
This year is I guess kind of different with everything going on. But like I am thankful for you guys. We've all been through a ton of shit throughout our friendship. Michael's and Dave's and mine more than Vinny's currently, but that's only because Vinny's new to the gang. That doesn't take away from conversations and all that other kind of shit. Thankful for our beloved fans and followers of the show,
Who we love to
which-
influence every day.
which is crazy to think that all these crazy fucks continue to come and hang out and comment and show support, and the fact of we've been going as long as what we have, and that's because of all of you guys. Thankful for my health, trying to get that into check based on everything I said before. Thankful for my kid wanting to actually be with me. It's one of those in which usually it doesn't work out that way. They usually prefer the mother, but not in this situation. Not saying that's always the case, but higher percentage of the time. Of course, I'm sure if Naomi had her way, she'd probably live with you, Dave. But that's a different topic of conversation. I am thankful for the collection that I do have, that I've acquired over the years. Unlike what Dave said, I'm not selling out. Some of the other shit at some point, it's always a possibility because I have too much shit. Plus, I'm going to have to find ways to subsequent some additional income because it's no longer dual income and shit's expensive. Thankful for our group chat. Keeps conversations fresh. Always some good laughs from time to time. Other than waking up to 80, 88 or 89 messages this morning. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
That's what I said too.
That was me, Ed, and Paul.
Trust me, we know.
What the fuck is going on here? Did somebody encounter some troubles? Or
no, it was all fucking Thanksgiving food. Fucking
I know.
Grind,
it's just a bunch
shit talk. Like, what
just
the
a bunch
fuck?
of nonsense. So I'm like, oh, okay. That's good. At least nothing of peril happened, but yeah.
And I read it all this morning. So, like, you never know what you're gonna get in that chat. Michael, you are missing out. Even though I know you don't do it, like, you are missing out because you'd be like, what the fuck? It'd give you opportunities for some good laughs from time to time.
He's just shaking his head.
I'm thankful I'm not in it.
No, I get it, which is why we would never put you there because we know you hate group messages. Like
I have one, and the rules in that one are memes only. There are no videos. There is no discussions. It's memes, and they better be fucked up.
Touche. That's what the Instagram group chat is. Mostly all fucked up random shit. What else? I'm thankful I still have a job. Yes. That's for sure. In 9 days, I will actually hit 19 days with the same company.
Years?
19 days. Wow.
No. In 9 days, it will be 19 years with the same company.
I'm glad.
Correct. You said 9 days. It'll be 19 days.
Eat a dick. All of you.
Going off what you said, I mean.
Hey, I was trying to help you 2 years ago with all the math lessons with the fractions. But apparently you haven't learned who gots from anything.
I no longer have to deal with fucking mathematics. Like, that's what a damn calculator is for.
It's a pup.
I'm thankful for this right here.
I don't need to math anymore.
Good for you.
So
I wish your breath wasn't terrible.
Let's see what else.
Yeah.
Anything else I can think of? No, that's about it. It's all you, Dave.
Thankful for Gabagool.
See, you use that term more than now than ever.
See the influence we have on people? That's a problem.
And that's a child growing up right.
Vinny, you know hats. What kind of hat is that on the old sell the dog person?
Oh, it's like I don't
Not
know. I was looking at one for Christmas because I used to wear those.
It's not a bowler. It's not a derby.
It's my dad's hat that he always used to wear to church.
Yeah, it's not a fedora either.
No, it's I always just called it a cap. A formal cap. I forget what you call that. It's a Thomas Shelby hat.
I'm thankful for that and big noses.
Dave, really? Is this what you're gonna do? This is a family show. This is the family show.
It's a Boston Scully cap. That's what they use.
Thankful for a Boston Scully cap. I'm thankful for vintage.
You're such a dick.
I'm thankful for Sitka, Alaska. I'm thankful that I can't run my own show and I have to run side shows all the time. That's what I'm very thankful for. I'm thankful for constantly bringing up the same topics on every piece of content I put out. I'm thankful for light boxes. I'm thankful for my setup. I'm thankful for Mike Kramer. I'm thankful for when I can stop and smell the flowers.
Toilet flowers?
Gabagool.
Game Gear cards.
Yeah, Game Gear. I'm always thankful for the Game Gear.
John
Fucking
Gooder
hell,
and the
Dave.
Boss.
Lewis Taint?
I gotta go back and find where the fuck that came from because I got lost with that.
So did I, but I figured
was
I'd throw it out there.
That was our friend Jeff.
I'm usually lost anyway. When those things hit 80, 90, 100, I try to read, but then I get the ones that always say, "You stupid iPhone user."
Yep,
Replied
light.
to. I'm like,
LOL.
fuck, I'm not. I don't care how you react. I don't care that you replied to. Just fucking show me what you're saying. I don't need to know step by step. I turned to the toilet paper. I grabbed the end. 6 squares came off. My left hand removed those 6 squares. I either folded it or I crumpled it. I leaned over, right butt cheek, left butt cheek, leaned forward. I thusly wiped. No, I don't need to know a fucking play-by-play. So just tell me what you're saying instead of the fucking replied, laughed, corrected, emoted. No. I start seeing that. I scroll right on through just to get through it. So I'm thankful for scrolling through long texts like that. At least that ability. That you didn't have to verbalize. Vinny emoted. Vinny corrected.
A lot. You can't blame it on Apple anymore, dude. That is no longer an excuse. Read before sending. Read before sending.
Orange. You parsnipped. It's not the apple, it's the parsnip.
You know I love you, brother. But you were like the world's worst when it comes to that. I am so thankful that I could read Vinny. Because
As you should
99,
be.
99% of the time, if I couldn't read Vinny, I'd be fucked.
As most people in this world should be.
Like, huh? Or what the fuck did you just call
Hey,
me?
I know what's going on, and that's all that matters.
No,
I know
it's not. You have to think about the person on the other end of that text. Because again, it's like, what the fuck did you just call me? What'd you say about my mom? What?
Well, is she?
Roadhouse?
Roadhouse.
Dave, continue. Even though you're being a satirical ass, but whatever.
Me? No, come on now.
Facetious jagoff.
I'm thankful for the YouTube Hall of Fame. I'm thankful for John Boggs and his daily vintage price checks. I'm thankful I don't rewatch anymore. I watched the other day and I texted Vinny. I said I didn't want to, but I watched for a specific reason, and I saw a card in there, and I'm like, ugh, that I'm hoping that one of my cards that I want doesn't end up there because that little unfaced pile of shit claims to be of that city's fandom, and if I die every time I with this shit on his fucking face. Pile of crap. So I'm thankful for that.
This is a family show, Dave.
I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
Just a little bit.
Not at all.
Just a little bit. A little bit.
Different opinions, but I'll go with Steve on this one. Nothing at all. That sounds about right.
Watch it on replay, and you may think differently.
Do what on what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. You're speaking like Hebrew, French, and like.
Hey, motherfucker! The Oracle has spoken, bitch.
No.
Again, I hear something. I don't know.
Skynet has become self-aware of his oracleness.
Well, yeah. Where's a meat? That foul mouth is a.
Cobra Cret engage.
Cobra Cret.
Hey, where are you, Ed? Ed should be fucking doing some kind of rain dance where he's at. How excited he gets for that. No, thankful for you guys. Thankful for food, work. Trista.
You're not thankful for work. You're thankful that you have a job.
I'm thankful that when I go cash my checks, they don't bounce.
That's what I'm getting at. That's why I was like, you may want to correct that.
And I'm thankful for the ability if I've got to go for softball or any of that stuff. I can work even harder than all the other idiots that I work with to get my shit done so I can go.
Very fair.
I'm super thankful that the school put in a ton of money to the weight room and nobody wants to open it. And I went there last week to have a meeting with the superintendent, and we'll get back to you this week because again, I said I will fucking go there and the other 3 days of the week that the people aren't there, and I will at some point in time go there and make sure it's open. She's like, well, it's a volunteer. I said, I am aware of this. I am aware.
Did I say I expect to get paid X amount of money? No.
Said if you want your people and your teams to be better, and if there's other kids that want us to go in there and fucking get away from whatever they're getting away from, that's fine. But you got, I don't know how much they dumped into that, and they fucking It's open twice a week. There's a team reach for it. Half the time the people are, I can't make it tonight. So again, you're not going to get better by constantly failing on the kids. So, and it's tough to get in a routine if the shit's never fucking open, and then you have the motivation to keep rocking and rolling. So
That is correct.
thankful my kid likes to play at the court. I wish he'd play basketball this year, but and doesn't mind being coached hard. Like I don't fucking. She knows that we can joke around and shit, but again, I'm gonna fucking demand hard work from her, unlike 99.5% of the other parents, where I want to be my kid's friend. I don't fucking care.
Mm-mm.
The kid can hate me, but she'll thank me in the long term. And I'm thankful she gets good grades because I didn't see any of those numbers on my fucking report cards ever. Unless the decimal point was like moved over to the left and then you added a number maybe like half of that. So, and thankful for some of the hobby folks that we met along the way again too, that the friendship will continue to grow, and then people that sort of come along and we become friends with, or at least they're in the bubble. So if we want to talk to them or talk to somebody else and not listen to Ed talk about, what is it, Van Morrison? That's his group he likes, Van Morrison. Is that something?
The Smiths?
But it's Van Morrison that sings it, isn't it?
That's Morrissey.
So yeah, whatever these random nickel and dimers that we have to listen to, maybe we can get some other musical opinions in there. So I'm thankful for that. Thankful for different musical opinions. I don't know, health, job, Trista, kid, car that's still running-ish, allegedly. Hobby-wise, I am one of the people that I would love to just push all this shit in a fucking burn pile and be done most of the time. Trista had asked, like, hey, did you get any, like, messages or anybody, like, saying, hey, I heard a Josh Johnson that's rare, I won't be mine to sell. Did I lose 65 pounds in the last week? Both answers are going to intertwine. So,
Sounding no.
yeah. No, somebody started following me and asked right away about, like, would you sell a Zach Thomas patch to 5 or the absolute, like, 06 or 08, whatever it was. If that goes anywhere, it's going to Ohio. In the Skibidi toilet and the Riz and whatever.
Not to change the subject, but gotta throw it out there just in case, because the lowest rung was disappointed that he was unaware of when something went live and available on an online retailer. For anybody who has any interest in acquiring WNBA select blaster boxes, Best Buy actually has them available. Just throwing that out there. Most people aren't going to care, but they've actually been on there for longer than Target.
So if you want Rebecca Lobo rookie cards.
So just
Cheryl,
FYI.
Cheryl Swoops, rookie cards, Tamika Catchings, Don Staley. If you want those rookie cards, Cheryl Miller,
Wrong era, Dave.
Nancy Lieberman Klein, Martina Navratilova,
Wrong sport.
Michael Chang. If you want these rookie cards, the Peach Basket and the the bounce passes, Circuit City is your place. So
Comp USA.
Radio Shack.
yeah,
Kmart Blue Light Special, bitches.
go to your local Woolworths and it'll be available.
I'm just letting people know.
I know.
I'm spreading the information since not a whole lot of people watch us. It's not like it's going to go rampant anywhere.
No,
I'm having
but I'm reiterating.
TVs too.
Another online retailer that Vinny happened to stumble across some time ago is not as active as what they once were.
Yes. True.
And I'm sure I don't even check it very often anyways, because I've noticed that I don't know if their supply line is kind of dried up or what, but they're not getting stuff as fast as what they used to.
They are not. I check it frequently. I check about 24 things a day just in case I see something that jumps out at me that I'm like, yep, I got to grab those. I'll beg forgiveness later.
Well, and that's like, I've said it on here. There were a few things like between when I first brought it up, however many weeks ago, through the end of the year that I have my eye on. Update Chrome. Update WNBA Select and WNBA Prism. Outside of that, if I get anything to sit on, it's kind of like a bonus. Because like 2024 football products, they're already starting to come out. And it's a great rookie crop from a quarterback perspective. But again, they're upping prices. So things are sitting longer. But I digress. Because I can't keep doing what I used to. And it's like every time something new came out, it's like, buy. I mean, everything on top of that closet, like you can only see bits and pieces of it. That's all boxes of sealed retail wax. So
I got a couple boxes here and there.
Yeah, you have more than I do, but it's one of those in which at some point you hope that there's value because one, most people can't afford hobby. And if people want to buy products and open products from certain years because of rookies, like eventually sealed product dries up. Supply continues to diminish, and there's always the potential that demand is there. So there's no harm, no foul if you're able to swing the purchasing of one or two boxes here and there based on certain rookie crop. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
There's no harm, no foul. And if for whatever reason you pay, excuse me, you pay $20 or $25 for a blaster or $30 for a blaster, and the rookie crop is garbage. Okay, so you open it 5 years from now just for the fuck of it. If it still is garbage, like you're not hurting anything. So again, if you can swing it. Like I've stopped looking at eBay. I know that's crazy. I was never as bad as Michael was at one point in time. 100 and something times a day. Yeah. But It used to be a shit ton of times during the day. And like he keeps getting put in newer products, but half the time I don't care. I still look at it from time to time. But again, some of the holes that I need to fill, I can't justify the price point for some of the cards.
Well, we'll
I
just
mean-
justify it for you.
Well, like a Title Quest a month ago, 3 weeks ago,
3 weeks ago.
almost $200.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad
Mm-hmm.
considering,
Mm-hmm.
but no. I can justify buying retail wax and sitting on it for the chance of return on investment than to acquire something for the collection. Because I'm thinking towards the future. Unlike my future ex-wife. Thinking about the now. I'm thinking towards the future. Anyways.
You digress.
I do. Anything else you'd like to add, Dave, from the thankful perspective? Where the fuck is Ryan?
I don't know.
Thankful for Jeff Morris.
That was the one I was going to bring up too. That
He
Gives us
offers legitimacy to this this dying.
this fucking
Whale.
dog and pony show.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who's the dog and who's the pony?
I don't know what that was, but that's something. I've never heard a dog say
It
that. and
sounded
I'm-
like it was dying.
yeah,
Yes, that was a dying horse and a wounded dog.
I thought about texting him, but I won't do that.
Here, we'll show something. So remember that Minnesota card shop up by you, Dave, that was at the National that you went to? It's towards the cities.
oh, the 3-star.
I think it's that place, Minnesota Sports Cards.
No, that's Josh BB Express.
Oh,
He's over in Monticello.
okay, then that's not this bunch, but I was able to pick this up. This is the Crazy Eights from Panini. So you got Gordie Howe, Lemieux, Yzerman, Sackett, Guy Lafleur, Mark Messier, Ray Bourque, and Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Roy.
Yeah,
That's pretty damn cool.
so that's that one.
Who was better at what they did? Guy Lafleur or Guy Ledouche?
Depends on who you ask. They both serve a purpose.
Boy, that's
So here we got Lemieux, Trotz, Malkin, Stahl, James Neal, Joe Vitale, Letang, and Le Flower. Not the little flower, but
The toilet flower.
the toilet flowers. So I thought these were pretty cool, and for what I paid for both of them, that was my expo money going to good use. Since I was not able to attend, I picked up these two things, and looking at them, they're pretty dope.
Those are first booklets.
Yeah, these are some of my first booklets, I think. I don't
And I
think I
think-
have anything.
And speak of Ryan, as he's chugging down some water. You ready?
Good, I can shut up now.
Yes, good thing you'll shut up.
Hello, boys.
What's going
All
on?
right.
Not much. How are you all?
Doing well.
Good.
Still awake.
Good.
Surviving.
Surviving. All can do that, right?
It's better
Yeah.
than dying.
That's true. Dave's, how's the weather up there up north? You got a bunch of snow yet?
Snow, ice, cold.
Minnesota. Nope.
You sound like you're a little under the weather there, Ryan.
I think I'm just exhausted. I'm just Chicago last weekend and getting back and just nonstop getting ready for obviously the chain of events that are happening in a couple days, 3 days or whatever it is. So yeah,
Which is
I'm
why
feeling
you're
fine.
here. Yeah, which is
Well,
why
I
you're
guess this is why I'm here. So thanks for having me on. And sorry it's so late, but daddy duties and also a little bit of work on the side before I got on too. So trying to get the website ready to rock and roll with Holidaymania, but it's a grind.
So Holidaymania again.
Mm-hmm.
What's is this what year that you've done it?
Two or three. I can't remember. Maybe
Because we know you did
two.
it last year.
Did we do it the year before? We might have done it the year before. Maybe we just didn't go all in. I think we did. No, I think we did the year before, but I have to ask Neil. That was all Neil's doing, all Neil's idea. So I guess we'll call it year 3. I'm guessing. I'd have to go back and look.
Close enough. 3,
Yeah.
3rd, 2nd. Like, does it really matter? I was just trying to give some history.
Yeah.
So tell us all about it. I know
Yeah,
you're still probably trying to get everything solidified as far as what you're going to offer, but like for those individuals that don't know about Holidaymania and RBICRU7.com, what all are you going to have offered up, and how deep of discounts are you going to go? Like,
Well, it is online and in store. Obviously, in store has a little more opportunity to do some things versus online. But overall, the list has been done. I start prepping the list about a month out. And then what that list is, this is product we're talking about. I get a list per sport, per non-sport, everything, and determine based on quantity we have or what it is, this is a product that could go under our Holidaymania. So fast forward, I've been working pretty hard the past week and a half to get the pricing in order. The pricing was officially finished on yesterday. There are over 400 different unique SKUs, I guess you could say, but then if there's cases to it, that's another element. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing, I don't know if we're going to be in the 600s on the website as far as product going. We're talking, hobby boxes, retail boxes, blasters, hangers, megas, monsters, Husker Do's, Husker Don'ts, whatever they want to call them these days. Too many damn SKUs. But ideally, we're going to have over 400 just standalone, which the list will be announced tomorrow on social media. We officially, every Wednesday night of every year leading up till that event, we post that. However, you can go to our website now at RBICRU7.com. Something added this year that we didn't have in the past. On the main page there, it clearly is like Holidaymania. It's all in red. It's got the guy jumping off the rope to slam down the reindeer or whatever. Neil's idea. I love it. And you could click there and start searching, or you could easily search in the tab Holidaymania, because I have to do these one product at a time. It does take time. However, my life did get easier this year. My website guy implemented, we have our own Holidaymania tag per product, which is awesome. Stands out. It's a green, yellow, and if you're looking at it, be in the top right corner. And I don't have to do all the typing Holidaymania in each listing, just making my life a lot easier. So I did start listing product today. I may, depending on how late this goes, how I feel after this, I may be left with just football, baseball, basketball, hockey, soccer left. That means non-sports, other types of sports, Marvel, Pokemon, UFC, WWE. I'm trying to think here, everything else, multi-sports, everything like that. Hopefully should be on by tonight. Would be nice. I was telling my wife today that this has potential to where I have all the products done before Thanksgiving, so I can actually enjoy a Thanksgiving day and night with my family versus sitting in the office doing it one by one. So fingers crossed, we'll see. But those products are already hitting. There's crazy discounts. Some products could be 60, 70% off. Some could be 30, 40% off. And add a bonus with all the Leaf boxes we're offering. Leaf is so generous to send us several thousand Leaf 101 proof packs. So for every Leaf box that you buy that's on Holidaymania, and I'll tell you in the title, plus one leaf 101 proof pack is that's what they are. The proof packs are all 101s. You get that as an added bonus when you buy the box. So if you buy a case of 12, you get 12 packs. So just another added bonus we're offering to the boxes. Now, to the singles, all the singles, meaning single cards, like this in my hand, I'll show them a little bit, but are going to be 20% off on our website. Now, Holidaymania kicks off Friday, but sneak peek if you're paying attention, it's starting to kick off already. We've already been selling some of the products I put on there. The singles, I may upload it to be 20% off Wednesday night or Thanksgiving Day, but officially in the shop, it kicks off Friday for anybody that's local, and this runs until the end of the year. So you got the products, you get the singles 20% off. Local customers get the bargain boxes at 50% off, all those in the shop. But just a lot of things going into it. If you're local as well, the first 200 people that walk in the door are going to get a redemption card that are all hand numbered 1 through 200. When you come in and purchase something either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you're going to get a goodie bag. Now, last year there were 4 gold goodie bags. This year there's going to be 5. And how the goodie bag gold works is if you get the redemption and it's signed by whoever staff working that day on the back of it, when you turn it in, you'll get the special gold bag, which will have more than just your basic bag. So when you make a purchase, you just turn that redemption in. That's an added bonus. Again, that kicks off Friday officially. Every year we have a crazy line that goes starting from the front door almost out to the road. But this will be the last year at this location. I think I alluded to this before with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We are, did I announce it on here? Or did I just tell you behind the scenes about it?
I think behind the scenes, you sort of said there's big things possibly happening.
Yes.
You didn't want to.
No, he did it live. He did it. Yep.
Did it?
Last time he was here, he actually announced it.
Okay.
Because it was the same week that they were going to officially announce it on Kicking It with the Crew and everything else.
Yeah. So we are moving next year. We're already get the contractor starting in early January. We should hopefully be there by spring, early summer. We don't know, depending on how everything goes, but this will be the last year at this location. And the next location will hopefully be the final all and be all stop. It is, we're going from 1,400 square foot to a 8,300 square foot. So excited for that to see what we can do next year, but excited to continuously offer Holidaymania to where you can take advantage of the blockbuster prices we have on the website. That again goes till the end of this year. It'll take me a little bit the first of the year to get it all removed and prices change back because it's a manual job, but all hands on deck. Tomorrow's the big pricing in the store day. Today they started getting a lot of product taken from our other location to our warehouse to the shop. It's a process, man. It's not just me. I mean, I'm the behind the scenes deciding this and all the pricing. These guys, Neil, Matt, Nathan, Tyson, the whole team, it's getting all the products in order and trying to guesstimate how much of a certain product we need at the shop because it's chaos on Friday for the first 4 or 5 hours of the day. And it's just, I'm tired, but I'm almost there. I'm almost to me, the finish line is before Black Friday starts. It's getting everything done. And I would love to be at that finish line tomorrow night and knowing that it's done, that I can enjoy a Thanksgiving. We're actually not going to host this year for the first time in like 10 years because our countertop is not in that we're replacing for our main area. So nice added extra bonus and maybe relaxation. I don't have to host family over and I get to just go to another family member's house and watch football and enjoy food and just bring one side dish. So that's in a nutshell. I mean, I got it ready to roll. The list is really awesome. Tyson is drooling over the hockey. I think he's chomping at the bits to see what he wants to buy, but I know a lot of people already reached out to me and asked me. And again, you can start taking advantage of it right now for the things I've done. So if you got a question about a product or a sport or whatever, I can see if it's on that list and give you an idea what it's going to be.
Ed's got something here about the WNBA. WNBA, how's the demand been in the shop and how many people are buying like the Select and whatever else has been coming out?
So I will say that the Origins did insane. And I don't think Origins would have done as good if it wasn't because it was the first one to hit really with the pro unis for Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, and all this. So we sold out of those. Then Select was stupid hot. out of the gate. Obviously, it's come down tremendously, which it should have, but it was super hot, and I had to pay a bunch just to get more of it. They really allocated that one out. We didn't get a ton, but it has cooled off. I think once retail kind of hits too, it kind of takes it away. But boxes are now, I think we're like $5.50 a box now. When I mean, at one point, I want to say they were doing. Geez, I want to say boxes online were over $1,000 a box or something. I mean, we knew that was going to level off, but I'm still stashing a case long term. I mean, it's just such a good class. But we do have a Leaf women's multi-sport product releasing on Friday, and I tried a couple boxes, and it's absolutely loaded. So I think that will do well. Plus, it's at a healthy price point of like $132 a box, and you get like 3 or 4 autos a box, I think, with a lot of potential great names. But the WNBA did outstanding, but I think a lot has to do with the hype. Everybody, the hype behind it, but the money's selling. I mean, the cards are there; they're selling. I mean, I had a Caitlin Clark auto in Chicago, and it sold. So
somebody is curious to know: is there any more news or updates as it pertains to WNBA Prism?
nothing. I haven't heard anything. Let's see if it's even on the. Let me check the calendar.
I would like I'm serious. Like I'm asking for myself. Like
yeah, I'm trying to find. Here we go. The latest. I got a directs release calendar today. Let's go to basketball. So it's not even on. It's not even on there for coming out between now and January.
We'll see, and that's always been the speculation. I think, and this is just my own personal opinion. I think they're keeping it on the down low because I think it's going to be stupid expensive on the hockey side, and such high demand. Like the Panini, will do their Dutch auctions for first off the line and everything else, like they do for any big product release.
Correct.
So I think they're keeping it somewhat on the down low, but my own personal opinion, I would be surprised if they waited till after December to like release it, because why would you not want to drop something sometime in December and really bank on that helping your fiscal year in sales?
I mean, right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at the calendar. It's not there. However, WWE only has 3 countdown here, and the actual treasures was just solicited to us. I'm hearing that's December, but I'm not seeing it on the list. So, I mean, this isn't always. This is subject to change. So sometimes they won't have something on there, and they'll put it back kind of deal. So,
yeah, there's always delays and everything else. So, and Ed has a point. Like they could wait to do it closer to when the season starts back up. But that to me would be the 2 prime opportunities. End of the year, because it's going to help your end of year sales, or you help kind of drive some of the slower months in the release schedule.
Yeah, we could use that. I mean, this is the dreaded fourth quarter. This is what we like to call the S storm. If you heard us on the podcast talk about it, aka the shit storm. So, I mean, it's basically, this is when all the manufacturers, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, they just throw everything at everybody. You're just getting billed every day. It's chaos. It's interesting. So, yeah, that would make sense for them to try to get that on the year end, but I don't think it has much to do with that anymore with Panini as much as far as the printing goes and the delays, because there's continuously delays on their end because Topps Fanatics does own the printing company down in Dallas where it's done. I know Leaf has switched off that printer. I think that I don't know how that all works, but I don't know if Panini's found another outlet to go, because I knew with Prism Basketball they print at another location. So who knows? I would love for it to be pushed back because it's a product that doesn't need to come out when everything else is coming out. I think it would be better to push it closer to the season. I do agree with him on that. So, but as of right now, it's not that. I don't even think I've been solicited, to be honest with you, anywhere. So that just tells you right there that they're behind on so much. I'm going to check with my distributors real quick and just see.
Yeah. Well, look at, 23 Select was delayed. It seemed like forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. So Prism WA is not even on my distributors' websites. So it's not even, there's no
pre-sale eligible.
There's no pre-sale. There's no nothing. There's nothing on anybody's websites. So I'm going to go on a hunch and say February, March, April, maybe. But again, I don't know. I have no idea. Can't keep up anymore. Too many damn releases, too many damn products.
Well, if you do happen to catch wind, let me know so I can at least be prepared from a retail perspective.
Absolutely.
That's a product I don't want to miss because, like, I felt lucky enough to be able to snag retail select blasters to sit on, of course. So that's the only other thing that I really have on my radar is WNBA Prism.
Okay.
Outside of that, I don't. It's not that I don't give a shit, but it's not high on my priority list. So
I get it completely.
not to detract from what we were talking about. So
I'm just here
Continue.
just here to shoot with you guys. I don't know. I'm here. I'll answer any questions, whatever. I mean, I don't know.
And I have gone and taken a peek at what has already listed for Holidaymania. For those who care, that is the website, of course, with the www in front of it. But damn, like
I got a ways to go.
You do. It's 8 pages of nothing but fucking deals. And there is some deep discounts.
I tell you right now, right now it's 148 matches. Now these are just products that we can put on the website because of Upper Deck's amazing rules, which suck. Yeah, basically anything that is within 180 days we can't put on. So you could see that if you follow us on social media. The list comes out tomorrow. We do a big post like we do every year, and obviously there'll be Upper Deck products on that list that you can't get on the website, but if you do contact us and you're not local, you can DM us. We can create you an order or anything like that. It's so dumb. We can put it on the website, but we can't sell it on there. We got to put DM or contacts to buy or whatever. And it just we did that, and it just was a pain in the butt. It's like, hey, just DM us. If we have it, we'll tell you the price. I'm going to be as best as I can. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, we're losing money on a majority of everything that comes out here. Some products are going to be winners, some are going to be break even, but overall, this is our time of year to kind of give back to everybody else and just give away the extra, thank you, but also kind of helps clear some space for us with the moving stuff. It's like, hey, what better opportunity for us to downsize? A lot of these we have volumes of because we buy in volumes. So, I mean, there's some great deals on here. I'm like, some of these, I'm like, oh my gosh, like these should be gone, So we'll see. But again, like I said, with the Leap stuff, you get the 1-on-1 proof pack on anything that's on Holidaymania. I'm guessing that because I just typed in Holidaymania, 148 matches. I'm guessing it's going to be closer to the 600 total when it's all said and done. That does not include singles. So the singles, whenever that kicks in, add them to your cart. When you go to checkout, you'll get a 20%. It'll show you 20% off on the singles. Every single card is 20% off for the end of the year. So if it's a $100 card, it's $80. I mean, there's some great stuff on there as well. So that's when we go through a lot of singles as well. But yeah. So basically, ideally, tomorrow's goal is to tackle the main core sports. I mean, I'm getting there. It's it is a absolute process to get it done. But I can just put it this way. I can tell you right now, baseball, there's 57 products, football, 72, hockey, 72, with a lot of 23, 24 Bedard stuff, which is crazy to think that. Basketball's 40, soccer's 22, racing is only 4, UFC, boxing is 5, WWE, AEW's 10, tennis pickleball is like 4, golf, there's some golf now, there's 3, bowling, that Leaf PVF product is going to be on special. There's a volleyball. Multi-sport products, we're at 32 for multi-sports. Star Wars, 7. Marvel, 30 Marvel products. Pop Century throughout the year, 6. Pokemon, 5. Lorcana, 9. Garbage Pail, 7. Other non-sports, 15. That cuts up to our 400 number if you were following that. So
yep, and some of it's already listed. So
yes. Yeah.
I went and checked. A lot of the Leaf stuff is what Ryan has mentioned. The Disney Lorcana, the Garbage Pail Kids, the Formula One, WWE, US, a lot of that shit's already there.
Yeah, I looked at some of the Marvel.
Yeah, well, just the Marvel is going to the price. I mean, it is disgusting how much money. To me, it's like some of that Marvel, and Parker and I would probably love to rip, but I've already got a little batch going of stuff. But like I'm not even halfway through Marvel, but like I love this show, Moon Knight. We're $55 a box, and that is going to be originally 100. Our cost on that was literally, and these guys know I'm an absolute numbers freak, so I keep spreadsheets of everything. And like a product like that, Moon Knight, our cost was $88 a box through distributors, and I'm selling for 55. And you can hit Inscription autos, you can hit Ethan Hawke autos, you can hit obviously Oscar Isaac. That's just one example of Marvel. There's not just shows, there's movies, there's everything.
Do you have any of the Marvel Wolverine?
So you have to obviously contact me on that. We have the Fleet Ultra Wolverine one. That one's going to be at 175, originally 2.25. That one did really well.
I love the look of those cards, and I'd like to buy
that one. Yeah, that one's obviously held pretty well on its own. I mean, our cost was on that one's way more than the other one. Obviously, the show ones always are about $80, but that stuff always costs us more. But there's like this one, like what is this one? Shang-Chi movie. Literally, we $120 there originally. They're gonna be $25 a box for the movie of Shang-Chi. I mean, it's just like Eternals, $25 a box. Originally 120. Our cost was, where's this at? It blows my mind when our cost was like about mid-80s again. So again, there's some really great stuff that's still going to hit there. The one that I know Shermanic was excited about, Marvel Allure, is going to be $100 a box. Those at one point were $275. That one's great product. That one's got the chrome stuff and everything like that. I'm just looking at the list that I have in front of me. The one that is still higher is compared to those, but a great buy is the Marvel Platinum. Those are going to be on sale for $200 a box. That product did tremendous. They were almost $300 a box, but I mean, we were selling just fine at $2.25, $250. But another one that I want to give, it's not just like I want to move like some of this other stuff. I want to give good deals on some great products as well too. It's a method to my
I like that Platinum product too.
That one did great. That one's long term. Like it's kind of like Skybox Metal Avengers went stupid as I expected it would. So that one.
Well, again, and we've talked about this before. You know, in situations like this, it's better to sell things at a loss than it is to just like
hold and
get
hold
rid of
and hold and hold. And
so like it's all about keeping things fresh and creating revenue and creating money in preparation for, especially with the move that you have coming up. That ain't going to be cheap. So
no, it's not. It's not.
Yes, it will include singles, 20% off. All singles on the website.
Yep, all singles on the website will be 20% off. Again, it's supposed to technically kick off Friday, but I like to, if I'm ready to go, I don't mind launching it earlier. So there's a chance if I'm feeling froggy, I might make this singles available tomorrow night after close or Thursday. You'll just have to check. But officially, it kicks off Friday. It's not just Black Friday weekend. It's till the end of the year. I mean, this goes until the end of January. So all these specials on all this product are there. The only way they wouldn't be there is if we sold out. And I'm telling you right now, I keep the list every year that we do, and I build on that. And I look whenever I keep this Excel. There were so many products that we don't have anymore from last year. And then if I did have that product still, I was even cheaper on it this year. I strategically go, I was $45 here last year. We still have it. Let's go $35. Even though they could be $50, $60 on eBay. I'm like, I don't care. Like we want to get, we just want to clear space. We want to get back. I know like another one that everybody gets, like Heritage Baseball. I've got 01 Heritage Baseball going up for, I think, $40 a box for a Heritage 01 Baseball. Like you can hit Ohtani autos out of, you can hit Judge, you can hit all those guys. I think we're $40 a box. At one point, those were retailing at $135. My cost is like 80 something on those. So it's just, there's a lot of great deals. There's a lot of there's some 22 baseball on there. This one's a steal with obviously Bobby Witt. You still have J-Rod and stuff, but Stadium Club 22, we're going to outbound for $100 a box. And that's got chance of Bobby Witt rookies, Bobby Witt autos, anything Bobby Witt, like 22 finest baseball, good product, $195 a box for a chance at hitting again Ohtani autos, Trout, Judge, Bobby Witt rookie autos, things of that nature. I mean, there's good products on this. There's good potential on all this stuff, and there's good prices to go with it.
Yep. They do it. It's phenomenal. Vinny's taken advantage of it last year. He bought some hockey stuff
Yeah.
last year.
Vinny, if there's any 23, 24 that you see on the list, you don't see on the website, just hit me up because I can always build to your order or whatever. So
Yeah. Right now, there's been one thing on your website that will remain nameless because I just keep looking at it, and it's a whole case of something, and I don't want to die, so I haven't bought it yet.
Okay. You don't want to say it out loud. I mean, I can tell you if it made the list or not. Chris Jericho style. You just
Yeah.
made the list.
Yeah, there's
Well,
one
you-
product that I love for
Vinny,
hockey that most
Vinny. Send it via private chat. He can see it
Oh,
because
Yeah, I
he's
won't
on
say
the
what it
panel.
is. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
on the panel.
I can
if you
see it.
send it, if you send it via private chat, he can go look at private chat and see what it is and type his response to you, and then all is well. Nobody else can see it, but those of us on the panel here.
I'm trying to do this through an iPhone and it don't work well.
All good. No, there's a method to this pricing madness. I mean, literally, I pull up not just competitors' websites, but I use obviously WaxApp. But biggest thing, I use DeorDan, I use eBay. I go through every avenue I can. I look to see everywhere what stuff's trending at. Obviously, high buys on DeorDan. I try to go below that, or I'm pretty positive that product. I'm not gonna say it. Let me go check. I'll message you what it's gonna be. I think it made the list. Did it?
I almost bought it before, but
Okay, it is. I'll text you right now how much it's going to be per box, and then the case on that will be that times that number with the $5 discount. In the past we didn't do case discounts on the Black Friday, the Holidaymania stuff. Now we're doing like a $5 discount.
yeah.
So I'm just going to message you, see if that makes you happy. So,
I
No,
like that.
you've been waiting. I can tell you we have. I'll tell you right now we have. That's a 15-hour box savings. We probably are down to. I'm gonna just give you a heads up, so you know. I'm not gonna say the product it is because I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give it away for them. Let me see. I'm trying to find our numbers here. So it
Yes,
says
there's something on my list too, but I'll just send you a text, Brian, and you
Fine.
can get
It
back
looks
to
like-
me whenever.
Sure. It looks like there's 4 cases left of that product,
That's what
and there was.
in the neighborhood of.
Yeah, on a product like that, I'll only make 1 case available at a time
Yeah.
for something that we're low on. If it's something we have a lot of, there might be 2 or 3 or 4 cases on there. I will add more loose boxes than normal, obviously. I mean, because just don't know. Some people want cases, some people want boxes. But that one, and I'll tell you, I'll be brutally honest with you, our cost in those averaged about $85 a box.
That's
Those
what I
are our direct costs. So again, hey, let my losses be your guys' gains. Hopefully, when you rip them and you hopefully do well with it, that's the point. I love the best part is not only seeing all this stuff go, but I know it's going to a good cause. I like to see when people are like, "Hey, this is a great buy. I want to buy this to rip," and I love seeing the big pulls come out. That's my
I'm
favorite
looking
thing.
at the stuff I bought from you last year right now.
Oh, are you really?
I have. If you make it to after hours, I'll show you, right?
Okay.
But
Well, we are coming up on 2 hours. So we're getting close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's actually, you know what, Ryan? I'll send it on here so you have an opportunity. And
Sure.
you probably don't have it, but you should know what I'm gonna ask anyways.
87 tops.
Yes, it is going to be on special, and it is going to be. I think I know the number.
Both hobby and retail. If you've got retail.
We will have hobby and blasters.
Okay.
Blasters do really well, but I'll text you right now. Let me message you that.
And you know why?
Oh well, yeah. Blasters aren't crazy because they've done so well at the highest price point. But
that's still like that's not much more than what they were at release.
No, we were at one point on that one. They were almost $300 a box, I think, and you could still pull them. Obviously, those are on the website. That one actually, it's past the 180 days. But I think I'm gonna tell you right now, both of those are gonna fly at those price points. We know that. Actually, SPL Phoenix even making the cut, which Tyson was blown away for that. That's one that we put out there. I mean, let me see let's see something here. What's good old blowout on that right now? I'm just looking.
Any chance I can put in a request to hold me?
So blowout is $55 more a box right now, and they're on sale at $55 more a box than what we're about to be. Again, that's subject to change on their end. That one I have. I'll be fully transparent with you. Wow, we're at less than I thought. We're about says 98 boxes left, so we're not as much as I thought. Now I'm going to hold a case myself, but I still need to do that. So, Tyson, we were going over hockey, and a couple of the series, I was like, I want to go $95 a box, and he's like, I think you should go 100. He was trying to talk me into going $5 more. He's like 90. He's like 100 is a steal for those. 95 is just giving away, and I was like, yeah, $95 a box. We're just gonna stay at $95 a box. I was like, I want people to be like. What's funny is a guy literally. It was series 1 from this year, 24-25. Those are going on special for, I think 90. Is it 95? Yeah, we were 110 today, and he came in about like 8 boxes. I'm like, if you just waited till Friday, you would have saved $15 a box. But I'm happy to take the extra $15 a box today. So, it's funny when I see things selling on the website. Over the past week, not funny, but it's just knowing what it's about to be. But again, chances are the amount of people that follow us that it could be gone in a week or two. And that's kind of the point. So yeah, I'm excited.
No megas on what I sent, right, Ryan?
No, that all we have are those 2 SKUs. That's it. We did not. The 10s flew, and I don't think we were offered any. I don't think they did megas for us or so.
No worries.
What's up, Dave?
What's in that product on Friday, that Leaf product? Is there any softball people in that? You said all ladies.
It's a good question. Let me pull up their website. Now it's got basketball, it's got gymnasts, it's got soccer. One of my employees, I get it early. I let him do a box. He hit a Alex Morgan, Rodman's daughter, Trinity Rodman, and 2 other girl autos, quad 101 auto. And like I said, they're $132 a box. That's a Friday release. I'm trying to find the product here and see what it has. I think the product's going to crush at the price point. Obviously you got Livy Dunn, Cameron Brink. This was a big Paige Becker sticker dump because they had to get it in this product because she just went exclusive with Panini. So It's got Mia Hamm, Sophie Cunningham. I'm just looking at some of this. Rachel Nichols is even in it, it's got some odds and ends in there. There's not. Here's checklist. There you go. I don't know if it tells me on the checklist what sport it is.
If Leaf was smart, they would.
Yeah.
I can't even get the checklist to work right now. Read more about the product. Yeah, I'd have to. It's female media stars, NIL, current All Stars, Hall of Famers. I don't know, for some reason it's not one that it's like pulling the checklist up and it's not working on my computer. It could just be whatever browser I'm using. So I will let you know. You want to know if it has softball girls? Is that what you asked for?
Yep. Please.
I'm texting the president of Leaf right now.
Look at this.
I'm just gonna message the fucking president. Fuck this.
I'm actually for the record, I've been friends with this guy for a long time, and I was friends with him before he was the president. Now he just happens to be the president. Now we're super close friends. So, he's an hour ahead there, so he may or may not respond.
That would be a product in like their.
He got back.
In their configuration, how they do things.
He goes, good question. Let me check. He just got back. I go, he's an hour ahead of me. I go, sorry to text late. I'm on a podcast live right now, and they asked me. We're good friends. So
I think would sell. Again, you wouldn't have like a huge groundswell, but if you could get like a lot of these girls that are like, okay, here's somebody from like the 90s or 2000s for Oklahoma, like late 2000s, somebody from the mid 2010s and like a recent Oklahoma grad, have a quad auto of those. That stuff.
He did just say it does have some. Yes, sorry to interrupt. That's what he said. I don't know who. I'm not going to go that much in depth. It's 11:15 at his time. So
Yeah, that's
there's so it's got some. There you go. I don't know who, but it's got some. So
Jenny Finch
What the-
and Kat Osterman.
yeah. I was gonna say yeah, those will be the two.
Yep.
Jenny
Those-
Finch.
yeah,
Jenny Finch. I would think Jenny Finch would definitely be in it, but she's done Leaf stuff before, and obviously, yeah, she might cast mine as well too. So,
But
yeah,
at a minimum, Dave, you could go do the research and see if you can't find a checklist.
their
Now,
chat.
we
It
know
just
that
I
they're
can't
in
get. I can't get the website. It might just be my browser. It says it on the product and everything like that. It says checklist here, so I'm sure it's there. I mean, I just can't. I'm gonna try a different browser and see if maybe it's just my
Well, I was
Maybe
going
I'm
to
just-
try too. What's the name of the product?
Leaf Women of Sport. If you go under products, it's the second one there. Let's see, download checklist. I can't get the checklist. Oh, there we go. Maybe I just. Oh, I think I figured it out. I think I open it up and it's like an Excel. I thought it was okay. Alex Morgan. Obviously, we know her. I don't know who are we looking for, Dave? Give me some names.
I wouldn't even know. I'd have to look. That's the thing. It's just like
It's
Again, you
it's
get-
a lot of names.
yeah. So I can at least if it's there, I can browse later, and if these names pop,
It's Jenny Fitch obviously is on it. It is there. You just got to when you go to it. What I was doing is I thought I was going to open it up in an actual link. No, it's like a actual Excel,
okay.
but it just doesn't tell you like what sport, but it tells you all the names on it. I don't know who else I'd be looking for in softball. So, oh, here's going Amanda Reams in there, Maria Sharapova. Obviously, I said Mia Hamm, Naomi Osaka, Libby Dunn, obviously, Paige Beckers. There's a lot of other younger girls in college basketball right now who could be good ones as well. So, for the price point, I mean, for what people are paying for the WNBA stuff, I mean, it's dirt cheap compared to that. I mean, I know it's Leaf, but still, well, what other products are going to? Oh, here's a good one. Tanya Harding's in it. That's great.
Nice.
The quads and triples, they've got dude is loaded with triples and quads. Just it's pretty cool. I mean, for the price point, like I said, I don't think you can go wrong if you're wanting to get that fix. And again, you're not breaking the bank to rip it. So, and I'm sure it's going to have decent resale value for the price.
Yeah, and Becker's pretty much looks like a guaranteed lock for number one for the WNBA draft.
Yep. And let's just think what her Panini stuff's going to do. Probably astronomically crazy when it starts coming out. So, not obviously Caitlin Clark level, but she's pretty damn good. So,
What about a product I know I think was really popular and did really well was the Olympics Chrome.
yes, that one did so well that we're almost sold out.
That's kind
We
of what
actually
I figured.
sold one. Yeah, we do. Tyson crushed it. He did a case one night. He took him a case and he hit 3 super fractors in the case, no auto supers, one of which was the rugby girl who's going famous. She's famous viral. What's her name? She's about to be at the
Delana or
Yeah.
Moar or something like that.
Yeah, he hit her super fractal relic and it got hit for like $2,000 or something when he put it on there. So
Nice.
the Olympic stuff is not making it because I actually would probably go out and buy more of it, but I think we're down to like maybe a case left.
Yeah.
And it did so well that like I mean literally we had people. I had somebody come in the shop today with 2 boxes and hit a Phelps Gold Auto to 50 and then hit a Red Refractor Relic to 5. I mean the price, I think we're $140 a box right now. The price point's great.
Yeah, it is.
That one did not make. If I had more, might have made the cut, but it's just one of those ones where I'd have to have
I'm
a
just
lot more.
surprised you have any of it left anyway.
Yeah.
I hoard
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
reasons.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
but again,
that
if-
makes sense. You held it back.
I had a lot, but I slow played some cases there for a bit. Excuse me. I'm trying to see what it says I have left. Yeah, we're down to 1 case. Literally looking right now, it says 18 boxes left at our one location. I think maybe 4 to 6 boxes at the shop. So we have less than 2 cases left.
Yeah, and
Which for
retail
us-
even retail did phenomenal too on that product too.
Yeah, we have blasters. It looks like I've just got about a case and some loose left of blasters too, so we're almost sold out of those as well. That's why it's one of those ones where I'm like, well, heck, if I sell out, I might go try to get more. It's a lot of this other stuff. When I sell out, I'm not going back out to rebuy. When it's gone, it's gone. Heck, I mean, let's be honest. For what I'm charging, nobody's gonna sell it to me for that price. So
Right.
Yeah.
You have to, if you're going to go buy more, you have to be able to justify the cost. So
Yeah, but we don't need more. We we just keeps coming every day. Today we got all our Bowman Chrome University indirect. That took up a lot. Then we bought several Black Friday packages from Panini, which the products were really selling on that. But I told Neil, I had a couple people call me like, "Hey, do you know what to charge on these? I guess Elite International and something else." It was like Panini Black Basketball. I was like, to be honest with you, man, I'm not going to price these till next week. They're like, well, they just came out. I'm like, yeah, I got other things I got to do. I got to get products that were ready to go out. I said something that's new and hot. I said, well, to be honest with you, at National, we bought the National promo deal, and it was so good. All those products in it just shot through the roof. They kept going up every day. I'm like, so these international products have stepped up and been much better than they were in the past, and they're very limited, so they're pretty loaded, and you can't find them everywhere. So,
Right.
and I don't know what I'm doing with the Black Friday packs yet. You get 100 per package you buy, and packages were like 13 grand a package, and you only get 100. Back in the day, you would spend like $3 grand and get like 500 packs back in the day. So times have changed.
it's all about the money.
All about that. But I mean, the silver packs at National did tremendous. We sold out of those at 40 a pop, and I talked to somebody who works at Panini, and they said that these are going to be pretty equivalent to that type of potential you can hit out of them, and those did phenomenal. The gold packs were down to maybe a handful. We're getting 125 a pack on those now, which is outstanding. And I'll be honest with you, I ripped 3 or 4 of them, and I hit a Mahomes, whatever insert that has like the Panini logo on. I can't remember what it's called. I think I got like $100 for that. It wasn't even like numbered. And then I hit it looks like a color blast, but it's not. It says Panini in the background, but it was Skeens. And I graded that at 10. That was or PSA 9. I just sold that this weekend. I had like another Skeens numbered in a pack. Those gold ones, even 120 are worth a shot, because if you hit any of the autos or anything crazy, you could really come out well. And like I said, the silvers were good. And from my understanding, there should be Caitlin Clark's, Victor's, all that stuff in these, which is what people want. So
Right. Yeah. So to recap, for those that are still here, RBICRU7.com Holidaymania officially starts on Friday. There's already stuff listed. Go check it out. There are some deep discounts. We're not going to share what we were private chatting about. None of your business.
If I would have had a ton, I'd be like, okay, I think you're okay. But no, I don't have as much as I thought. And I think that, I think the ones you guys asked about will go fairly quick.
Well, and there's a method to the madness. More from my perspective, like I can't speak for Vinny, but he loves that product, so I can understand.
I mean, for the price point, the cards are great. I mean, they've got some really cool numbered stuff too. They're
beautiful. They're beautiful.
And every year we lose money on it. Every year I buy it, every year I lose money, and I'm like, what? Their cards are great. It just Albertech just charges too much, man. They really do on that product.
Well, they hope for the big push, and then they get what they're looking for from the beginning, and then it's kind of like you guys are stuck with the aftermath, unfortunately. Yeah. So, but
this is what it is. Been dealing with that for years with them.
So go check it out. 20% off all singles. Ryan, I'm pretty sure you did say that the discount shows up like once you add stuff to your cart for singles.
Yeah, when you go to the cart on the singles, it'll say it'll deduct it on there. It doesn't initially show you on the singles, but once you click and add to your cart and you see all that, then it'll show you the discount on it. So it'll take it off there. Also, Cyber Monday is Monday. And on that one, we'll start all the specials we do. If you're a rewards member with us, absolutely free. You get a point, basically a point for every dollar you spend. 500 points is $5 off equivalent. You can build it up and save it. So it's always 1% locked in. On Cyber Monday, we do 3% points on that, or 3 times points, whatever you want to call it. So instead of getting $3 back on, or $1 back on a $100 spend, you're going to get $3 back. So essentially is how it is. Just another added bonus. Again, all those products are there if they're still there for certain ones. But again, that runs to the end of the year. Like I said, my hope, like I told you guys, especially the products you asked about, my goal is to get those sports on tomorrow is my hope. worst case, I got Thursday to get it done. I just would be nice for once to enjoy Thanksgiving and not get ready for the website. So I'm off to a good start. I was on a roll, and then shipments come in that we're trying to figure out all the products we need. We have several locations, stuff's that for space reasons is why we're getting everything under one roof. So it's getting product from one to another. It's running stuff that's in the way out. It's just we don't know. We don't know what we need and how much we need. We don't know what we need at the shop. We don't know what the demand's going to be for everything until it starts kicking in. But I'll tell you right now, since you guys have seen some of the stuff hit, we've already been selling some of those products tonight and today. We started selling it. I think I started probably about 2 or 3 this afternoon. I think we had our first quote unquote product on there was about 20 minutes after I put it on there. So they're starting to pour in. Like here's one right here. We just came in about 9 o'clock was Topps Chrome Star Wars 23 blasters are $15. They're there. And then 23 Marvel What If, $40. Guys snag those. I mean, again, losing money on both of those, but I think that Star Wars Chrome's great, and that What If is actually a pretty cool product. But at $40 a box, like I said, the cost of that, I'm guessing, was probably $85 a box. Original was probably $100 out of the gate, and we're going to get rid. We do move a lot. I'll tell you right now, there isn't going to be as much Pokemon this year. We had a lot more on there last year, and I learned that I need to be a lot more patient with Pokemon. So I wasn't.
Good job,
on,
Ryan.
I wasn't on a lot of boosters, and now I'm like, good Lord, I wish I had those back. It made me throw up when I saw what was left from last year. So there will be ETBs on there and a couple of things. The big one that'll be popular is the Charizard Super boxes, the premium. It's like the whole Charizard figurine. If you go to stores, they're like $80 a box. If you find them somewhere, we're gonna have them out for $55. I think our cost is about $50. Those are gonna be a great Christmas gift because you get like the packs with it, the promo cards, and you get an actual big Charizard in this box. So that'll be a good one. And the only reason why that's on special is because Ryan bought a crap ton, and apparently it's sold out everywhere distributor wise. So it's probably gonna be one of those ones where I sold this year at 55, and next year I'm gonna be selling for 155. That's what happened. Last year, I had the Charizard big white box, whatever it is. I want to say they were on sale last year for $85, $90 a box, and now I think we sell for 175, and I'm almost sold out. Same thing with like 151 super premiums. We're down to 90 now. They're over $200 a box, whatever they are. I just learned we're going to do ETBs. There's some really good deals on those, but because we bought an ETB deal months ago, I did it so we could actually have some Pokemon on there to where like I'm charging $25-$30 and maybe making a buck or two, but at least we have some stuff Pokemon to offer. But I've learned, man, Pokemon's kind of they're switching things. They're going back to where they're not mass producing as much. They're really controlling how much they're making, which is why we're seeing surging sparks. If you guys follow Pokemon, going astronomically crazy right now. I've heard they're not printing anymore until first of the year, which means it's going to keep going up. But those boosters were up to $200 a box now, and then just fly for us.
It's the same thing with Magic. Just
yeah,
FYI. If you ever decide to get into Magic, it's the same thing. Like, always stay the course. Be careful about dropping price points too much, because once supply dries up in TCGs, it's not uncommon for shit to just fucking go through the roof.
Yeah. There was almost going to be a booster on there because I had a good amount of it, and it was ready to rock and roll. There was actually 2, and over the past week or two when I did it, I've sold like 3 or 4 cases of each, and it's starting to go back up. And I'm like, you know what? We're just going to pull that one off the list. Clearly, it's going the other way. If I'm starting to sell it now, that means in a month I'm not even going to regret it. And it's like I want to have that stuff, It's just we want to have some things to offer. We got Lorcana going on there. I'm going to be losing money on that, but those would be good for kids and stuff like that. So that was one we put on there. Just a little something for everybody. Is one thing you guys know me for years. I'm very diverse. I try to be diverse in everything I do. May it be my business or anything of that nature, but our website tries to offer everything. Again, we don't offer Magic, but there's only so many rabbit holes I can go down these days, man.
No, 100%. You gotta pick your poison. But
I dabbled in a few things I brought in, but it just didn't do well. So it's like it doesn't work for me.
Prime example: Fallout collector booster boxes. Like, they were $250, $300 when they released.
Yep.
Everybody was flipping their shit, blah, bitching, all this. They're now close to $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
Think about what
it's
the Lord of the Rings stuff is.
That's true, yeah.
same situation. They're way up there. So it's, again, you got to pick your poison. And with
Mhm.
any TCG, there's always one of those situations where supply and demand really come into play that dictate price points. So like
Absolutely. Mhm.
the market is very volatile in TCG more than it is in sports cards, it seems. And for those who play it smart and don't completely buy into the hype or the lack of hype, and you kind of stay the course, usually you do really well. So
No, it's a
stay the
good
course,
point.
Ryan. Stay the course,
Yeah.
Ryan. Don't
I am.
don't just give up on stuff, because like, again, you just never. Now it could go the opposite, like it does happen.
It does. It does, absolutely.
You know, it's one of those in which it's a give and take. So
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I mean, I learned. I'm still learning, and we've been doing Pokemon for, I would say, 3 or 4 years now. And I'm learning, and I've learned to just, you have to be patient, and eventually it all will sell in time. The one thing, my buddy has a massive, big Pokemon store. It used to be like an Office Max or Office Depot. It's called Through the Decade in Louisville, and he gave me some good advice. He goes, "Look, if you go to your Walmart to Targets and you still see that type of product there, that means there's enough out there that people don't want it. Because if it's still sitting at Walmart to Targets, it's been there for a year or two, you probably want to dump it. But again, you never know. Pokemon's different, man. He said there could be some hot character just take off 3-4 years down, like some hot prospect, and then poof, it just shoots up. So
and that's
I've learned.
supply and demand. I mean, really,
Yeah.
it's the older the product gets, the supply dries up, but yet people still like it, and sealed product shoots through the roof. It's no different than sports cards.
Yes and no, because sports cards could be a bad rookie class, and now
It
the
could.
fact that there's not really any Brady autos or Mahomes autos. Now, I don't know if you guys saw, Mahomes is signing again, and he's Leaf did a deal with him. He's going to be in the new Sports Heroes to come out. So Panini doesn't even have Mahomes autos coming out, but Leaf just got a deal with him. That's awesome. So that's an added bonus for something we haven't seen in a Panini product in I don't know how many years with the Mahomes. I mean, obviously Brady's done. He does everything with Fanatics now. So,
Yep.
but yeah, it's just crazy. Like football's different. Yeah, you could sit with something for years, and sometimes if the class isn't helping, there's not something to drive it. It usually goes the other way. It's
Correct.
It's interesting. So it just because it can dry up, it may just be a pitiful. 2013 football is only well now because of a guy named Travis Kelce, and the fact that you can actually hit Tom Brady stuff in there back then. Remember how bad 2013 was? It was absolutely horrendous,
Garbage,
complete
garbage.
And two guys technically are carrying it, Kelce and Brady. Who would have thought? Now you're seeing 2013 product do stupid money, and I was like, dude, I used to blow this crap out, and it's just sometimes it pays off, but. Who knows in 5 years from now if anybody's going to want it? But a chance if you can still hit a Brady, that's enough to get people to try. So obviously the Mahomes stuff, the only year you want to try with any reasonable spending is going to be like 2019 because the class is not that great. You got Kyler, but 2021 is right now not doing so well. But I don't know what could be left for if there's any Mahomes autos in 21. I can't remember. So.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't keep up, man. There's too much going on. Yeah.
So, anything else you want to add about Holidaymania before we wrap up?
Oh, Dave, you got a question? I thought you had something. Chop at the bits, man.
I'd say if you had any more of this, that Athletes Unlimited.
I do. You're gonna like the price. They're gonna be $20 a box. $20 a box. Let's see. I got to confirm that. They should be hitting the website maybe tonight if I stay up a little longer, but I should go to bed. Yeah, those are going to be $20 a box, and our cost on those originally was. Let me find this here. Probably will make me throw up, but is what it is anymore. Where's it at?
People are missing out on inside information here.
I know this is good. Yeah, it's a good opportunity. I can't even What year was that again? Was it 23? Oh, here we go. Our cost was $58.49 a box, and I'm selling them for $20 a box. They will be on sale for $20 a box on maybe tonight. I got want to finish the Marvel before I go to bed, and then so my plan is to have Marvel done. Then I can do the multi-sport, and then I'm diving into soccer, and then I'm left with the core 4 sports is where I'm at. That's kind of what my plan is the next 2 to 3 days, hopefully 2 days. So
Never ending. Not never ending. But that's why you guys get the business. That's why you guys got, when you get a customer, they're gonna be coming back because you give back.
that's our hope. That's our hope. We want to give you the best communication, the fastest shipping we can. We want to do everything right, man. We try to. You guys know that. You know me a very long time, and we're very blessed to be where we're at. I'm honored to call you guys friends, and you guys know that we try to run our business the way it needs to be run. I mean, obviously, this road and journey wasn't easy, and it wasn't always cut and dry, and we weren't perfect, and we're not perfect, but we made a lot of errors along the way as far as things. But you learn and you adapt, and I think the things that we do strive to do better and most is we A, try to give you the best pricing we can, B, try to give you the best customer service you can in store, online, calling, emailing, and C, Neil and the team are on the ball to get your stuff shipped out and packed tremendously well. I mean, I'm all about them packing peanuts, man. I mean, we may recycle all the cardboard boxes we get from distributors, and we buy boxes too, but those big boxes are nice to recycle. You have to go out and buy, but those packing peanuts, we just hoarded up and stocked up. And the good news is I get a place that literally, if I order them today, like if I ordered them like earlier today, I would have them tomorrow. That's the best part is, and we can't wait to have like the whole building where we have like our own. I'm wanting to get one of those things where like you can pour them in this big thing and it funnels out and like it's hanging from the roof. I'm like, that's like exciting for me. I'm like, we need one of those, and that would make me so happy. But yeah, we want to ensure that your stuff's protected. We do our part. We understand that, hey, when it's in the hands of the shipping companies, they just throw them around like they're a football. It's just you should see the Upper Deck, Panini, and Topson, everything direct for the most part. Just slap a label on the case and ship it to you, and you will be amazed the damage that, not amazed, it's obvious, but there's always some slight damage, some major damage, some holy shit damage, some it's funny when you're like, cool, I can't sell this by the case anymore because part of the tape is ripped on the case. It's not open. It just the way they carry and handle it. But I'll tell you right now, Leaf ships everything. I learned they ship everything in a box with the same packing peanuts I use. So everything comes from them is protected, never issues. How a distributor sends to me. I wish the manufacturers would do that instead of slap a label on it. Here's a $10,000 case of cards. We're just going to slap a label on it and hope for the best. Thanks, guys.
It doesn't cost much more to ship something in a master carton.
Yeah, you would think it's. We know we pay. It's funny about Pokemon is whenever we sell booster and ETB cases, we get so many people, first time buyers, email like, "Hey, can you make sure that this is shipped within a box? I want to protect it. If not, I want to cancel the order." And I'm like, "Hey, when you deal with us, you're never going to get a label slapped on this. You're always going to get your stuff shipped protected because you know what? If it shows up damaged, I have to eat that money. I have to make it right." We didn't do our part. You're not happy because you got your content and it was damaged and you maybe wanted to save it or rip it. And, we get it, because we don't want that stuff coming to us like that. So we want to make sure your stuff's protected as well. We have a really good system of checking off orders. Almost 3 people check off an order before it's even shipped out to confirm it's basically there's no errors and no missing things. Obviously every now and then something gets slipped through the cracks, but we fine-tune that over the years to where, let's just say Neil pulls the order and then either he'll have, regardless if there's somebody in front of him down there checking it off, we still send it to our shop chat to where one other person has to look at the picture of the order to confirm it's good to go to ensure that those errors don't happen, and again, every now and then, sure, we're human. Things slip through the cracks, but we've fine-tuned that over the years to really eliminate that. And if we mess up, I got a guy, Neil, when he sent the screenshot, whatever, to it, He ordered 2 packs of cards. He's been buying from us forever. He got a select WNBA pack and a Topps Chrome update jumbo pack. And Neil had somewhat cut off the WNBA pack and only sent that. So all we saw was, it just got a jumbo pack. And he emailed us. He's like, hey, I got it in. I don't know if you guys missed it. I'm missing my WNBA. You guys are always good. Never an issue. Let me know. Got back to him. It was over the weekend. I said, hey, apologies. We'll have it out first thing Monday priority. And then I told Neil, throw in an extra pack of Chrome Update Hobby in there for him. Give him $15, $16 pack for our mistake. And he didn't even know that was coming there. And he was like, wow, you guys are on the ball. Thank you for giving me the tracking and fast shipping. Happy holidays. Again, human error. It happens. And, we want to make it right. We want to make sure you, the customer, are happy. And Neil knows that. I'm huge on that. And I get stressed if something goes wrong. If we messed up on one little dinky order, or any order, a pack order, anything, it drives me nuts because we didn't do our job. 3 people didn't do their job. I get it. It happens. So what do we do to prevent that? We want to make sure that this, especially this weekend of all the time, and all our packages, I'll tell you right now, we do not let any of the shipping companies pick it up. We physically take every package to the whatever, primarily use UPS or FedEx, and we count how many go out, and we get a scan receipt. They scan everyone in front of us so we know that, okay, we had 50 packages. There's 50 here. Everything's scanned in. We have proof that it was shipped there. It was dropped off. We don't want to. We try to eliminate the delays. I gave it to the driver. We don't do that. We do it all the ways where I just bought us this past summer a Ford Transit van so we could start doing sending them out and everything like that for the business. It's just, especially now with the move, it's going to be nice as well. But using it for the National is going to be amazing this year because I'll tell you right now, we're bringing product back to the National. However, there's only one brand we're bringing in. It's not just brand. We're only bringing WWE product. It's the only product I'm bringing as far as wax goes. That's all I'm bringing. I'm excited about that because everybody at the National last year, we had our big WWE display area, and everybody was like, man, I can't find any WWE wax in the show. I'm like, I wonder where it's all at. Oh, light bulb. We need to be bringing wax. Just WWE. I don't want to bring. We did wax for 2 or 3 years, and it is an absolute nightmare. But I'm like, if I bring like 10 to 15 SKUs, that's a lot more manageable. And I know what people look for. And obviously, WWE doesn't have obviously what baseball and football, basketball, all that stuff has. So we're excited to do that next year. That was my idea, and I was like, I think we're gonna roll with this because I think we actually will sell a ton because there's so many. Wrestling has really exploded, and National really showed you firsthand, not just sales and everything like that, but really it showed you the true collectors coming out. And we sold so much wrestling, and people were just blown away that they couldn't find anything to rip WWE. Even at Blowout, DA Steel, they said it was like the same little product. It was like there was nothing good. Like there's no Prism, there's no Select, and I'm like, oh, I know where that is. I know where that is because I hoard it all. It's my baby. I love wrestling. I've had so much fun collecting it. Speaking of baby, before we get off here, I got a card I picked up in Chicago. I have not posted on social media yet, and I'm going to wait till after this week because this is obviously a big week. But I'm going to share with you guys, anybody watching. This is I go to Chicago every year, and I try to go, I want to buy one nice item to come back with. And I bought something similar to this in March, and I went there, and I was like, I'm going to be pretty budgeted, but I want to find one item. So day 2, I went and walked around and ran to my buddy Gerald, and he had it in his case. We negotiated, and it made sense. Went back, did some research. So before I show you this card, there are only 8 licensed types of this card, of 101 of this card in existence. The first one was ever made was in 2002, and the last one ever made was in 2013, which is sitting right here. It is when I say license, you mean obviously logo. It is pretty awesome. I'm excited to share it with you guys, and I can't wait to post next week, especially with the knob of this guy I bought. If you might have heard him before, he's named after a candy bar. So there is that. And there she blows.
Holy fucking shit.
It's almost
Wow.
here.
I think I need to go
That's
change my underwear.
I just shat
Oh, yeah.
myself.
And that year of 5-star has the most
I know.
beautiful designs.
It is. Yep, I knew
That
you
is-
would know that, Michael.
Oh yeah,
That
that
was-
is awesome.
Fucking
So that was my big yeah, that was I went over budget purchase, but it was one of those I justified it with moved a bunch of cards and it was kind of a trade. Old school mentality of thinking, but yeah, I did some homework and it's funny, the O2 Sweet Spot is owned by MN Sports Cards, formerly BB Express, Josh and Brennan. They own the O2 Sweet Spot. So obviously he was chirping in my ear at the show with me that I need to buy this because he has one. But then when I said at first, John Yates, my advocate, John Yates, the sheriff, was like at the price. He's like, nope, you just walk away. I think you need to walk away from the price. I said, okay, well, I'm going to sit down. I got my computer at the show, and I just started giving him some facts. And next thing you know, he just goes, I retract my statement. You need to get away from me right now and go buy that card. He's like, you give me all the facts. You need to go get that. And the biggest thing I said was, I'm sure I overpaid, but I looked at it like this. I'm like, and a year from now, would I have overpaid? I don't think so.
No.
And I looked at it like I missed out on buying a Shoeless Joe bat knob last show in March because I went back, researched that night, and went back the next day to get it. And somebody else I knew snagged it before me because he had pitched in the same number. We both did our homework, and we both obviously came to the conclusion that we both won it. He just beat me, but out of respect, he came over. He's like, dude, I hope you're not mad. I'm like, why would it be mad? It's cards, you know? I mean, you got there before me. I had the opportunity all weekend. I waited the last minute thinking I would, but this one I didn't want to sleep on it. I think it was one of those. Went back, negotiated, got him down a little bit more, but overall, at the end of the day, I'm glad it's home and no desire to move it. To me, it doesn't get much better than that. I mean, now I have a knob of Ruth, a bat of Ruth, and I have 3 cuts of Ruth. He had a cut of Ruth from 04 Diners Classics, maybe 101. Really cool. The cut. They even had the picture of the document it came from, and it said manager, and Babe Ruth signed it. But then also Gehrig was on this thing. There was like 12 autographs on this thing. So it was really cool to see the document. Like somebody had found what it actually came from. He was a little overpriced on that, but Ruth cuts aren't going down, especially good ones. But at the end of the day, I'm like, I think I just overspent my budget, so I'm going to go home with this. He did have a beautiful 2012 5-star Ty Cobb bat barrel. And, I mean, we're talking – I mean, clear as day, the bat just said Ty Cobb. And it took up the whole part of the bat on the card. It was beautiful. Thought about it, contemplated it, but at the end of the day, I said, no, I think it's just – I don't want to buy this and then go, oh, I'll just take that as a secondary. I think it's just let me go home and enjoy this. Right. But I've had a lot of more fun. I've had fun not only collecting wrestling, doing non-sports with my boy, but doing things like this, finding just great items like this that I'm like, you know what? 5 years ago, this thing was worth a fraction of what it is now. What's it going to be worth in 5 years? Again, it's licensed, so there has been some Panini ones, some Leaf ones, but to me, it's got all the credentials it needs. It's done, and I mean, even at an 8 grade, I'm happy. I don't even care. I'm just glad it's in the holder and protected and preserved. So
the grade means literally nothing.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
It could have been a 1. It could have been a 1 unless it was like destroyed. I would have bought it, you know. So wanted to share that with you guys. I figured out one opportunity to show you. All the people know about it, obviously, the staff that work at the shop and who was with me in Chicago. But I want to say that's a special post to me, and I didn't want to post it this week with everything else going on. We with our trajectory post leading up to the weekend, I figured let's post it after the holiday weekend and
give it its moment.
Give it its moment.
Yeah.
I had to post my Ortons yesterday. I came back to all 3 of those. So I was like, I'm posting this. I don't care.
That was incredible.
Yeah, that was nice too.
Dude, they all surfaced within 4 friggin' days. And I think there's only 2 or 3 left I have to get between the inserts and the base set to complete this year. I have several blacks from the first 2 years and some black golds. I have all 3 Prism blacks at Orton. Oh, I did get something else in today. I actually may post this before I go to bed. So it's at the shop, but I took a picture. So I pulled this watching WrestleMania 39 last year. I pulled the redemption. I posted a video of it. And I'll be honest with you, at this point on for all these years, even some other stuff I had of Orton, I did not think this card was going to get made. One of which because one of the guys had left WWE. Then I started seeing some of the other quads surface, and he was on some of them, but I noticed he was a sticker. However, I got lucky, and I got damn lucky today. It showed up, and I got lucky for several reasons. Let's see if I can slow roll it here. I'm gonna go this way.
Dope.
There goes my phone. There goes my phone. All right, here we go. John Cena, Edge, Orton, Michaels. Not one of them has a streak in their autograph, which is extremely rare for Orton, Cena. But the Edge, more importantly, isn't on card. So it tells me that Edge signed this card before he had left to go to AEW. So that is number to 5. I pulled that
wild
redemption
card.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped about that. That Neil sent me that on Friday last week. I was in Chicago that we got the alert that it was shipped. So luckily Orton, who I didn't think was ever going to signed all his outstanding redemptions, and I had several one-on-ones out. So that was nice that those all finally came in. But this one was kind of the last, I think, big Orton card I was waiting on. So super pumped that came home. Him and Orton and Michaels you guys, I'm a big Michaels fan. You guys know that. I think Michael, didn't you give me a Ginner all years ago? I still have it in a box.
Yes.
I still have that in a box.
Awesome. I saw that you had the canvas in the background that Luke and I got.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's in my office actually. That's been hanging in my office years, man. So I mean, I appreciate that to this day. So yeah, no, that a lot of people commented like that thing in the background is awesome. I was like, well, I know where that came from. My buddy's Luke and Michaels. So yeah, no, it's again having Michaels and Orton on there is key. Obviously, to me, if you can get Seth Rollins on a triple, then I'd be very happy. But I don't know if that'll happen. That's my building my Mount Rushmore of my guys. So I got one more. I got one more I'll add at my older age. I'll have to find my fourth guy. But since I've watched wrestling, my trajectory has been Michaels, Orton, Rollins, and then one day some other guy I'll fall in love with and say he's my Mount Rushmore. And there's my Ryan Bannister Mount Rushmore. No, there's no Undertaker, there's no Hogan. These are my guys.
Awesome. Killer shit. That fucking Ruth. Holy cow. Wow.
Did you have to go change your drawers? There.
It's just
One more
so
time
pretty.
for it.
Yeah, figuratively
It is.
speaking, but yes, like that.
It's-
that is.
It comes off. It had George in front of it with the GE. So, yeah,
That's fucking killer, man.
I love that card. I had a Mantle, but it was on a Sterling old school booklet from 07. I'm not a big booklet guy, and the Mantle was obviously tinier. I just can't do booklets at the end of the day, so I sold that and I made some money on it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like this one is just nope, not going out. I wouldn't even put a card like this if I put out the National just to show. Somebody would probably pay me a number. I'd be like, damn it, I don't want to take this number, but I might have to, and I don't want to do that. So it's just that's a card you just put up, hang out with the knob, and I always am looking for other good Ruth cuts too. So, and they got to say Babe Ruth, I don't do GH, only Ruths, Babes.
Gotcha.
No. I'm picky. Got to be if you're going to do some of this stuff. You got to be.
Well, it's all what your preference is and what you like. So, like, if you have
Yeah.
your criteria, it's no different. Michael's always had his specific criteria for some of his Clay
Very.
Matthews stuff.
Very
At least
specific.
the newer product stuff, like he had specific criteria. So,
Absolutely.
I get it. But
So, well, thank you guys. I appreciate you having me on. Sorry I didn't get on until a little bit later. I'm just obviously dad, and then
Gotta
I'm
handle
trying
your-
to keep.
you got to handle your dad duties. We understand.
Yeah,
we get it.
I appreciate it. I think you guys always great to see all you guys. I hope you all can return to National next year in Chicago. It'd be awesome. If not, maybe come out to a big grand opening at some point in St. Louis next year when we finally figure that all out in the process.
I will 100% be there for that.
That may be more
Awesome.
plausible.
Okay.
Just depending on the time of year. If you got something in spring, that's going to be
Yeah, I
tough.
kind of figured that's going to be tough for you. Yeah. So, well, if you do make obviously the trip down to Nashville, you would drive to well, no, Chicago's north. Never mind, take that back. I'm thinking south. Never mind. You won't come see me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, be awesome to have you guys there, but it'd be great to see you guys in Nashville too if you guys can make it.
Yeah, it's not completely out of the question, but with everything else going on, as you very well know,
Mhm.
it's kind of up in the air.
It's only 3.5 hours for me. I can get there.
Michael's like, yeah, any excuse to go out there. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not too far to get out there. Maybe I'll see you at one of the other shows. Like, how far? So Columbia, I've talked to you before.
Oh, Columbia is an hour from my house.
Well, maybe his next one will be February or March. Maybe we'll try to get together there. It'd be
Sounds
good to
good.
see you out there.
At
That's
that,
usually his
What is that? Stone Creek or whatever it is.
Stony Creek. Yep.
Yeah.
That's so his one he does the first one of the year is always his best show of the year.
Okay.
Always his best of the year. I think it's just because the weather's almost getting to spring, but it's still everybody's been hibernating. Everybody's been just kind of ripping, and there's just a lot better cards. It's always crazy. I think everybody's just itching to get out to do something out there, and it's my favorite one day of the year. That's usually when I see the best opportunity to find some quality stuff. So
You just need to make it back to Dallas.
I actually might be there in January, and if I come, I'm not bringing it to my wife yet because she was dealt with my kids for 4 days and my daughter was sick. But I'm gonna try to go to Dallas in January. I'm gonna try to go leave on Thursday and come back Saturday, so I could be there for a couple nights. Just saying.
Hey.
I'm gonna try to do that because
Let's just hope the weather's not shit.
yeah, that's right. You guys can't handle the anything down there like us up folk up north. I mean, especially Dave. I say we can handle it. Dave's up there friggin' driving in 3-foot snow like it's nothing.
Yeah. Let's just hope the weather's worth the damn. Because I don't give two shits about the show, but given an opportunity to meet up and go fucking grab a bite to eat and hang out, that's what I care more about than
That's why I want to do it more than just flying in on Thursday and leaving Friday. Is I miss opportunity. There's several people I want to see down there. You're one of them, and just be great to go down there. Just I don't want to sit up. I just want to walk and talk and just hang out with everybody. And if I buy some stuff, great. But I've just several people down there. Just be great to see. And I went there January last year and I crushed it, and I just didn't give myself enough time. And I want to go back and really give myself time there because I can't make the March one because it's the same week as Chicago. And then once spring summer hits, it's just shot. So January is really on my radar. And I'll be itching because by then I will not have traveled in 2 months by then. So I'll be really itching to go somewhere, really. So, I'm sending Neil and Matt to Upper Deck this year in Orlando in January instead of Shannon and I. So I'm not getting away when I really need to get away. So I'm sending them to go so they can get away a little bit. So I think Dallas is on the radar. I think there's really good potential that I'm down there. I may just book everything and then just tell my wife at a later date that, hey, I got to go down here. So yeah, it's just 3 kids, man. It's a lot. So, but,
I can only imagine.
So, all right, well, guys, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna finish up a few things and get to bed. But love you all. Happy Thanksgiving to every one of you guys.
Same
Hope you all have a great one. And we'll keep in touch. And anytime you want to have me on, just hit me up. I'm happy to hang out with you guys. Always a pleasure.
Always enjoy having you on, man.
Yeah, thank you for making time.
Yep.
Always, man. Always for you guys.
All right, Ryan. Take it easy, my friend.
See you guys
later.
Take care.
Wrap us up, Dave.
So, thank you for Ryan coming on. Thank you for watching. If you're traveling, stay safe. Eat a lot of deviled eggs. A lot of gabagool for the families. And till next week when another special guest will be on and making their IRP debut. For Michael, for Vincenzo, for Steve, I'm Dave. It's been the Insert Revolution podcast. Remember, collecting cards, it's a wonderful hobby. The friendships you forge along the way, that's what really matters. Happy Thanksgiving, and good night, everyone.
Good night,
Night,
everybody.
everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.